birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. I'm feeling good.
Ooh, look at that.
Here we are, folks. Here we are. I've not pressed all the right buttons, I don't think, because I should be pressing
Get
that.
pressing buttons,
I
Pete.
know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Silverstone's appearing before our eyes.
So, welcome, folks. It is Backfire Simsport TV on your screens. TCR Challenge Cup Season 18. 18 seasons, good grief. We're nearly halfway already. It's crazy. Oh, someone's giving me love hearts on... I'm going to have to combat that. There we go.
You deserve them.
I know. It's week 5. We're at Silverstone. It's international. And thanks to AE Rocks for pointing out that I had rounds 9 to 108 instead of rounds 9 and 10. But we'll skip straight past that. Good evening, Kurt. And Cutting Corny Studio shouting for CCT. Let's go, they say. We are at Silverstone. It's the international circuit. It's the little one. It's the The one that I like the least, Alan.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's funny because there's some competition for the least favourite round Silverstone.
There is, isn't there? I
It
love.
comes in for a barrage of criticism.
Yes.
That, it doesn't matter which one you are when they mess with it. There's people who love the legacy Silverstone circuit on iRacing, and there's people who despise it, and there's people who enjoy the Silverstone modern version with all the fancy glossy facilities, and
Yeah.
people who don't like that at all. But the short ones seem to outrage everybody fairly.
Yeah, they do. This is a very, very short version of the track, really, isn't it? It doesn't take long to get round. They're getting round in about 1 minute.
Yes.
Maybe a bit more. Oh, a minute 10 seconds. Now that I've
Yeah,
looked at
I
the screen.
mean, we do have other tracks that even
Yeah.
shorter than this.
True.
But,
True.
and I, in truth, I've driven raced around this in the Mazda and in the Clios, and it was a lot of fun in the Clio. Little front wheel drive car.
Yeah.
It enjoyed this circuit, and I'm interested to know how people get on. I think they might enjoy it more than they're expecting.
I think so as well. But I prefer national circuit. I prefer the Grand Prix circuit, obviously.
Yes.
I think those are much more dynamic, although Stephen Walker's doing his best to do
Oh,
the
look
drifting
at that.
championship.
That
That
was
was nice,
beautiful.
actually, wasn't it? That was very good.
Very, very nice.
Points for style, no points for the amount of rubber he's just heated up on his fronts and his rears.
He's
there.
got a sponsor. He doesn't have to pay for his
Exactly,
tyres.
yeah. They come for free, don't they? And again, the timing tower shows the pros in the blue number boards. The greens are the pro-ams, and the am class is the orange. Just Jamie Jeffrey to lift himself into a position that is more reflective of his, usual capability, I suppose is the right terminology there. So we're looking at...
Well, we've got 30 drivers on the board, Pete, as well.
and there's 31 in the
Yeah.
session. If I go down here, it'll show Jason Haddington has just joined.
Oh, good evening, Kylie.
Yeah, Kylie's here with us. Shoob says Donut88, Kurt. Right, let's have a look at what's going on in the championship at the moment. If I can find the button to press for pro. Here we go. So, Stephen Walker still romping off at the front of this championship. He is our current reigning champion. He's on 881 points. We're on the points column on the left at the moment, folks. He is just over 100 points ahead of Simon Trendle. If you look, if you let your eyes stray to the right, Alan, he's actually only 56 points ahead.
Yes, yes.
So-
I mean, it looks quite impressive, but it only takes one disastrous meeting for it to all disappear.
And you've just twigged into exactly what I was meaning. There's nothing between that, really. It's just one bad race for Stephen, if that makes sense. Miguel Freitas, if you look at that, though, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 previous champions in the top 6. Pete Newman is the fly in the ointment on 642 points, but we know how rapid he can be, don't we, Alan? So
Yeah.
he's a threat. He really is a threat. He just needs to keep it together, doesn't he?
He's one of those people that if he was to persist here for season after season like the guys do, he's one that you'd have down definitely as a future champion, isn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So we have people like that, don't we? People we think are future champions, and Peter's definitely on that list. So
Yeah, yep.
and, the longer he stays, the better, because we have great racing, and we've got it looks so beautiful. The pro board is absolutely riddled with talent, and everybody on that board is getting somebody to race and having a good time.
Apart from wobbly, because it's wobbly. Good evening to Georges Schumacher, who is another Cutting Corny TCR fan, and Shane Newport, who's shouting for Jamie Jeffrey. Right.
Well, that's nice.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it's good.
Isn't it great that Cutting Corny fans turning out every week?
I know.
It's really grand.
It is. They are die-hard fans, they really are. Let's have a look at Pro-Am. Kasper Smirnov, look at that. Oh my giddy aunt. He's 70 points clear of Carl Hardy, your captain, who is, well, that's nearly 50 points ahead of Martin Shirley there, with Tony Walker and Rene Earhart bringing out the rest of the top 5. So Cutting Corny, RD Simsport, Results.
So competitive, Pete.
Isn't
So
it? Isn't it?
competitive.
It's a full spread,
Goodness.
that. Full spread.
The Cole's doing incredibly well.
He is.
He is,
He's
he's having a
solid.
grand season. But
Yeah.
Martin is so quick, of course, and we've seen Martin's pace. Tony's been driving like a different person the last few seasons. He's just a completely different person. But Casper,
yeah.
Casper, our shining light, sitting on the top.
I know.
So,
he's doing really well.
Renault's been driving out of his skin. Demis has been putting in performances. Stefan's always there. He
Oh.
just
We've got to talk about Stefan in a minute. Remind me to talk about Stefan because there's a scandal.
oh.
There is a proper scandal, but we'll come back to that. AM-Class, Anthony Hilton. He did this last season, but he didn't win it, did he? Or did he?
Yes, he
He
did.
did win it. Yeah, he did.
Yes.
So he's already striding fourth, but it's not a massive lead he's got. It's like 30 points. David Ayres
Nice.
is stalking him, and Max Nevinciani, who has entered the league with full fighting force, in third place there with Daniel Lewis and Chris Dixon rounding out the top 5, Alan.
Yes, but look at that. There's loads of names on that list. There's loads of people there having an absolutely brilliant season, racing each other, scoring points. The races are close, and they're so keen.
Yeah, and we've got a new sign-up in that league, but he's not with us, which is Alberto Romero. You can see him there in 11th. He's not got any points yet, obviously, because he's not raced yet. But so he's due to join us. He's also signed up for V8s, which is really good. Let's have a look at team standings. So Result X Pure Sims are still just about keeping clear of
That's
Geo
cool.
White.
That's pulled up, hasn't it? Goodness.
Yeah, so there's only 19 points between first and second. And then there's a big gap down to Team Chimera, to be fair. But I get the feeling that now that Jamie's rejoined us, because he was away last week because his sister was in hospital, or rather recovering from hospital. So I think that their points haul will increase significantly. I'm looking at where Jamie is at the moment, and he's not lighting the board up, let's say that, but he's improving lap on lap. So
And look at the potential they've got as him and Simon are
I know.
a solid team.
Yeah, very, very
You know
solid,
they're going to
very
score
reliable.
every week, don't
Yeah.
they? They don't miss many.
No, not at all. It's
So-
unusual for Jamie not to be here, to be fair. And then driver of the meeting, Casper Smirnoff heading this one up. Joint second place is Anthony Hilton and Simon. And then we've got Chris, Carl and Stephen on joint third place at the moment, or fourth place as it actually technically is. We've had some very solid, and you can see it in the points, can't you? Casper Smirnoff, top of his class, 3 points at the top of the driver of the meeting. It all rings true for the routine, good, solid performance, doesn't it?
Yes. Well, Casper's been outstanding this season. He's really shone, I think. So, but so's Anthony, see, and of course, he's our amateur champion and operating at the further down, so he doesn't quite get as much attention and camera time. He just cannot do it. But he's he keeps performing. He's
Yeah,
got
he does.
incredible, great pace, consistent performance week in, week out, and I'll be surprised if he's not this season's champion again and doesn't move up to the Pro-Am.
And he's so mature with his driving. It's astonishing, he's so controlled. Even when he's in the reverse grid situation, he doesn't let it fox him. He just calmly gets about his business. It's
Yes.
very, very professional, to be fair.
Yeah, no, it's very impressive because it's very intimidating.
It
when
is.
You're getting put in front
Yeah.
among people you know are up to 3 seconds a lap faster than you are, and they're not going to be hanging around. And yeah, he's demonstrated his nerve and just a very good driver.
He really is, yeah. Absolutely right. And then your Safe Driver Award, David Ayres. This must be broken, is it? Because if David Ayres is at the top, I think it has to be, right? But look at the names up here. So David Ayres, Max Nevinciani, Chris Young, Chris Needham. The first of them are pro drivers is in 5th place, and that's Simon Trendle.
Yeah, I remember you saying about this. Yes,
Yeah.
Simon's a good, very safe driver, of course.
Yeah, he's so reliable. It's that the reason that he's won so many championships in V8s and in TCR.
In
But
fact,
yeah,
look, Jamie's at number 10. Now
I
that's
know.
two of their team in top 10.
I
I
know,
can't
and
see anybody else in the teams in the pro teams
no,
with two
and
drivers in the top 10. Can you?
No, Jamie's won it before as well. He's won your Safe Driver Award previously.
Yeah.
It shows quality, doesn't it? But I
Well,
think it has to be
what
broken.
amazes me time and time again is that we get people in there getting Safe Driver Awards, and they're the people who've been at the sharp end all season. You've
Yeah.
seen them in close racing time after time, and they're managing to do it without getting all those X's on their
I know.
scores.
And
And,
and it's not just the pointy end of the whole grid. You know, David Ayres is the pointy end of AM class. Obviously, it
Yes.
doesn't count because this is clearly calculating badly if he's at the top. It's not the flashy. It's not the light flashing award, is it? Let's face it. And then Max Novinciani, he's quite high up in the AM Championship as well. Chris Needham's always high up in the Pro Am. So these guys are at the pinnacle of their individual classes, but still safe drivers.
yes, indeed. That's something I'm not. I'm not at the top, and I'm not particularly safe.
Right, everybody is slowly leaving the track because we're about to run out of practice time. But look at that, Sam Blees has the fastest practice time.
Well, you know, we know how important the qualification is. Being towards the front of the grid for the sprint race it's a big help if you can manage it, because nobody's hanging around, and I don't think this is the easiest place in the world to get by.
Actually, I agree with you. I'm of the opinion that Silverstone is not the most dynamic of tracks for overtaking on any of its formats. However, driving it is brilliant. It's so exciting
Yes,
to
a lot
drive
of fun, isn't
certain
it?
layouts. But overtaking, I'm not convinced. Maybe these guys can teach us otherwise. Oh my God, look at all these cars coming out of the pits.
Well,
And we're in
it's a fast track, isn't it? Lots of nice flowing fast
Yeah.
corners.
Like a lot of UK tracks, it's all about speed, isn't it? It's about speed and momentum through the corners. You know, you think of tracks like Thruxton and Croft, all regarded as, you know, circuits of speed. And, you know, there's still technical elements to them, sequences of corners.
Famous for being narrow and twisty.
Yeah.
Oh, and we love that, of course. And there's a whole generation and breeds of cars that have been developed by British manufacturers in the 20s and 30s to drive on those roads, and we love those cars now.
We do. Alex Savlano-Ledo has helped me out with changing the inset camera. So if we go on board here with Stephen Walker, for instance, there'll be a bit of roll in the camera now when we're on board with them. And when we hit curbs and things like that, which we may well do, you should see it kick up or have a little bit of a shake to the camera. So a little bit more realism as we improve step by meager, tiny little step on our broadcasting technologies. So thank you to Alex Savlano-Ledo. Spencer McCarthy is in the session. Here he is. There's a few returning drivers, so obviously we've got... Oh, Stefan. Must talk about Stefan.
What's the gossip?
This is the gossip. What does he normally drive?
Well,
I think I need to phone an ambulance for Nottingham because I think Alan has just passed out. Do not adjust your sets, folks. That is Stefan in a non-Audi. What are we going to do, Alan?
wow, is that a Velociraptor?
It is a Velociraptor, yeah.
Goodness me, what's he doing in that? Honestly, I can't believe my eyes in that paint.
I have to say, I felt dirty changing his car over. I haven't even applied his points penalty because I don't think I can. He's that disenchanted with the Audi and sees it as the car that's going to get dropped by iRacing out of the TCRs, that he's joined the Veloster crew.
Well, he's got a free hand to try them all now, hasn't he?
He has, yeah, but it's Stefan, and he's German. He drives German cars. He drove the Porsche in GT4. He's driven the Audi for a million years at least in TCR.
Well, I do hope he enjoys it. I mean, it looks
Well,
like he's enjoying it, doesn't he?
it does.
And he's certainly going to find it a different experience because that is a very different car from the Audi.
You can't get more different actually. It's a shorter wheelbase. It's much more nimble. It's not got that launch out the corners necessarily, but it handles well through the corners, and that's going to be a big change to his driving experience, I think.
Well, for me, I mean, I would say it's more fun to drive. To me, it's a better driving experience. I would always go for that. I like the Elantras, but yeah, I like the nippy, quick ones, and certainly that one is, and he's going to find that different. I'm sure he's going to enjoy it,
Yeah, I think so too. And
and a change is as good as a rest. But it's a bit of a shock, I've got to say, after
Yeah.
all these seasons.
I was
And,
like, I thought his account had been hacked or something when he was asking me. And then you got Naveed here, who has returned to us this week as well. He is,
brum.
yeah, he is proving that the house brick is fast round here because he's second quickest so far. Miguel Freitas is the only car ahead of him, and if Miguel Freitas is the only car ahead of you, you are doing a fantastic job. Let's face it.
Yeah.
You're doing a brilliant
Well,
job.
to be honest, Navid's likely to be quick in any car.
Yes, I
would
think that's
suggest.
absolutely true. Yeah, he's yet to put the yellow in his banner, i.e., he's not won our championship yet. I think that is something that's going to come to him eventually. But
Yeah, well, it's not easy to win, Pete.
No, it's not,
Look at
no.
the names you've got. You look at the people you got to beat
I know Simon
to
Trundle, Stephen
stand a
Walker.
chance. And these people
Miguel.
turn up week in, week out. They
Yeah.
put a lot of points on the board. It's a big, big old thing to actually take it on and try and win it. And when people do, it's part of why we enjoy it so much and why the celebration is so valid and so worthwhile, because
Yes.
you have to work for this championship. This is a proper hard championship to win. People are really skilled out there, and they want to win it.
I know,
And
yeah.
you're going to have to beat them if you're going to take it. So, yeah. And all done in incredible style and incredible spirit.
Yes. And we've got Jamie Jeffries moving up the standings now. We said he was out of position before. I don't think he gets a lot of time to practice these days. But when he's on it, he very much is on it. He is the bottom of the pro class drivers at the moment, but that'll soon change, no doubt. And he's already performing much better than he was in practice, so he's learned something already. And that's what it's all about. And then Martin...
I look at his car, and I'm transported back to my daughter's toy box. And
Well, absolutely. It's the unicorn-powered Elantra, you know. Welcome
Who's this now? RD Simsport.
Yeah, Martin Shirley. Welcome to Jenny Sandman, yet another CCT Cutting Corny fan. Renee is currently in 13th place in his Honda, and Dietmar is in 18th place in his Elantra. Well, he's just moved up a lot, actually. He's gone up to 15th, so well done to Dietmar. Cutting Corny represented very well.
Where's Alex?
Alex Sevillano Ledo is currently in 11th
11.
in the Hydra Race Racing Forces Veloster. We've got no Jura Larkinen tonight. He is unfortunately not able to join us. Can't remember what he said now. I might have to go and find that.
It was probably in Finnish, was it?
No, well, yeah, yes and no. Hang on, was it something to do with? No, he didn't actually say. Actually, he just said you can't make it. Have fun. So we're gonna do our best to do that. Yeah, but yeah, Johnny shouting for CCT.
Whoa!
Blue on blue there. At least it's in at least it's in quali and not in the race.
Yes.
I think that was Tony Walker.
Yeah.
Where is
I was
Tony?
allowed to
Is he
quit
in the
back and
session?
start
Yeah, it
again.
was. It was Tony Walker. Yeah, he's coming out of the pits again. I'm sure they got a giggle out of that. If that was in the race, then they wouldn't, obviously. Should we have a look at what the weather's going to do? Whoops. Let's have a look at the weather. So the weather is going to do nothing all race. It's going to not rain.
Yeah.
So
Does
there
that
you go.
count for just this race or the next race as well?
No, just that's the whole of the race evening, I think, because that takes us through to 10 o'clock at night. And
So
it's
we've got clear and bright and sunny.
Yeah, no excuses this time for all your off-tracks people.
Wow, didn't it add a bit of excitement?
Yeah, good evening to Lake Wando. Right, okay, so it's Jura. Why do people have the weirdest names on YouTube? What is that about? Is it tax evasion, do you think, Alan? What's that? It's just bizarre.
I'm much. I just go on this thing that I'm weird and everyone else is a lot more sensible than me anyway. So
Honestly, I don't think that's true. I think you're the sane one.
The world's in a poor state, though. I'm afraid, my friend.
Yeah, totally. I thought I was the normal one for years.
Look at that.
I know, that's nice. Here is your current qualifying leader, provisional leader of qualifying, provisional poleman, Miguel Freitas. We have got.
He hasn't got an awful lot, is it?
No, less than a tenth.
How much is that?
Less than a tenth.
Somewhat less than a tenth of a second.
Yeah, and
that's not very long, is it?
no, a quarter of a second. No, yeah, a quarter of a second separates the top five. Roomy, isn't it, up there? Spencer McCarthy yet to feature in the top five. He's struggling at the minute, actually. But he generally just turns up in races. He's a rock up and race kind of driver.
I expect to see Jamie in the top 10, though.
Well, yeah,
Jamie
definitely.
Jeffrey, I would say that. So, wow, that just shows you how well they're driving in there. We've got green pro-ams in there. And I can assure you, there's nobody holding back in this. This is qualification for the whole evening, and everybody's doing their absolutely best.
Right.
And we've got 4 greens in the top 10.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It really is good, actually. I like that. Martin Shirley's been bossing it in practice and in qualifying, and Casper, we know, is mega fast. Renee, in his first season, he looked like he was supposed to be in the pro category. I think in the subsequent seasons, he's been a very competitive pro-am driver. And then your captain, Carl Hardy, is always featuring in the upper echelons of the pro-am category, isn't he?
Yes, yeah, he's doing well in the overall, second place overall, and doing very well.
Yep.
Right. Martin Shirley's again up there, high up. I'm used to seeing Casper up there, and Martin's becoming regular person. We're seeing these people, and Rene, we're seeing these people up there quite a lot, aren't we, in qualifications?
Yeah, and Daniel Mills, who is the other RD Simsport driver, is...
he's not hanging about either.
He's not, but he's...
Nobody's hanging about.
Is he supposed to be in
Is
pro
that a second
or not?
yet? No, is that 3/4 of a second? Nearly 3/4 of a second.
Yeah. I'm just going to go and check something in a minute. Where's pro? Oh no, he is. He's supposed to be in pro. That's fine. Oh yeah, because he got promoted, didn't he? That's right. Right, Tony Walker, who we saw getting nerfed off by his team boss, Alex Sevillano, later before. Where's Stefan? Stefan in the Veloster, because that's going to be a hot topic for this evening.
I just want him to have a really good time and enjoy his driving, because for him not to be enjoying the Audis must be terribly disappointing for him. Because he's invested in that car, and he would want to have a competitive, reliable car.
Too right. Yeah.
I think they've let him down a bit.
I'd agree with that. Yeah. All the AM class drivers now together in the qualifying bunch at the bottom of the. I shouldn't say the bottom, should I? I shouldn't say later in the standings. Chris Young has not qualified the car. I don't know whether he's going to race or not. So he's not on track at the minute.
Come on, Chris.
Yeah, come on, Chris.
Well, you can always come out of the pits, stop in the pit lane.
Yeah, Darrell Wright is... He's mid-pack of the AM class at the minute. Lights are on. Yes. Lights are on because we are in the afternoon. And it's very, very cloudy, so I think the light is very dim. We'll jump on board with somebody in a minute. Let's jump on board with Naveed. With Miguel, sorry, my bad. Cockpit. See, it's dark, isn't it? Look at those clouds.
Yes. It's, I can understand why people fear that it's going to rain, but there's nothing on the board, and we can trust it.
Well, I think we... well, you'd know better than me, because you've raced in rain conditions and the new conditions. I haven't. but it's down as 0.1% chance of rain.
Which is a very small chance.
It really is, yeah. When I click it 3 times, I click the random button 3 times. That's just what it turned out at this time, so it shouldn't rain. 0.1% is shockingly low, but it's still a percent.
You can still have heavy overcast without any rain.
Yeah,
But
true.
it does affect visibility and the general,
Yeah.
your light isn't as good, so you don't get as much such a nice view into the corners, everything.
No, as Miguel pulls up, he's done now. There's only a minute and a half left of qualifying, so if you're really not on a lap now, or starting a lap right now, let's see who is starting a lap, because we can jump on board with them.
Where's Stephen? Is he finished?
Tony Walker. No, number 8. Let's go number 8. Martin Shirley. Let's see if he's going to carry on a lap. I bet he's not. No, he's pulling over.
Finished.
Already pulling over. I think everybody's going to pull over now. I was going to see if
done.
Yeah, I was going to see if I could get on board with somebody and run a lap, but Demis Digitalar is he going to go again? I think he's going to go again. Right, Demis, you are our boy. Right, so leading into turn 1 here, hug the inside. Don't carry too much speed because you'll disappear off into the never, as the Australians would say. And then you've got this village complex here to turn very sharply right into. Ordinarily, next turn...
Very strange, isn't it?
It's very odd. It feels wrong. You would normally hairpin back on yourself, and you're not going to do that on this track. You're going to carry on and then take a lot of curb there and run out very wide. Take as much as you like, really, there. Oh, he got punished. He got punished, so he's parking it. I'll tell you what, we'll do something in the race, shall we? In terms of
it's
jumping
a
on board.
very interesting combination of elements, that corner.
It is, it is.
Especially early on when you've got cold tyres, people come into that straight out of the pits almost on the first lap. And
Yeah.
I've seen consequences.
Yes, there are many, and varied. Good evening to Rob Sutherland on the chat. Chris is in Florida, so things might be happening on or near his roof. That sounds a bit tasty, because isn't Florida about to get some sort of, epic...
Crikey. Is it Florida
hurricane?
where all those people have been
Yeah,
running away?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Goodness. Oh, I hope he's all right.
I do too. So Miguel Freitas will lead us away tonight in a non-Floridian hurricane thing at
Oh, done,
Silverstone.
Miguel.
Yeah, Fair Impulse Racing, well done to you. Almost no seconds at all ahead of Stephen Walker, who's in second place for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White. Sam Blees goes off third for the other Hydro Race Geodesic Racing crew. Then, look at that. That's a really good result there for Alex Sablano later for TRL Racing Forces. And then Pete Newman off fifth. I'm going to do names only because I'm going to run out of time. Naveed Hussain off sixth. Seventh will be Dan Mills. Martin Shirley off 8th. 9th will be Tony Walker. Simon Trendle off 10th. 11th will be Casper Smirnoff. 12th will be, and I'm not prepared to press the button, Spencer McCarthy. Unusual to see him that far down. Rene Earhart will go off 13th. 14th will be Carl Hardy. 15th will be Jamie Jeffrey, significantly out of position, I would say. Pete Van Gool, also significantly out of position in my opinion, off 16th. 17th will be Jamie Wilson. Chris Needham off 18th. Dietmar Hoos off 19th. 20th will be Stefan in the wrong car. 21st will be Demis Sigjalar. JB Dejoux off 22nd. 23rd will be Anthony Hilton. 24th will be Daniel Lewis. 25th will be David Ayres. Fiona will go off 26th. 27th will be Max Nevin Chaney. 28th will be Darrell Wright. 29th even, can't count, will be Chris Dixon. Jason Kiley Haddington will go off 30th. Chris Young, I'm not sure he's going to start. I don't think that's a starter. We're going to go to grid now.
Remembered fondly at the moment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he got his name on there. Chris, come and race with us.
Yeah, and look at that. David Ayres, can't resist.
David's got his
Who's
car's
that?
nervous.
Who is
That's his
that? Somebody in a...
is that- it's not
Oh,
he,
stop
is
it.
it?
Stop it, you all.
Oh no, hold on. Is that not Green Wheels? That wouldn't be.
It would be. It definitely bloody would be. It's Carl Hardy for sure. Oh, right, here we go. Right, we're going to go to green now. See, all the flashing
look
lights
at
have
that.
stopped, haven't they? Because they're going. We are racing at Silverstone. And was that a jump start in the back?
Chris
I think
has
it might
jumped
be.
it.
I think he might have done, you know.
Chris jumped the start. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this is a bit hot at the very, very front here. Miguel is going to keep this, but he's got... Oh, hang on. Where's Naveed gone? Naveed has gone...
Oh, it's agricultural.
He has. He's going to have to pay for readmission to the ground with that sort of distance.
I hope he can get back on okay. It's,
Yeah.
Oh dear.
We'll have a look at
That's
how he ended up
unfortunate.
out there, but maybe the house brick just didn't turn.
Well, if we can get through this first complex and get safely around here, we seem to be
Oh,
we're not
this
doing
is
too
crowded.
badly actually.
No. Always take the weather with you. This is crowded house back here. This is lots going on. Kasper Smirnoff in the middle of it. Oh, he's going to go 3 wide. Is he? No, he's not. He's saying sense. He's letting the 2 in front of him do the work for him, which is excellent professionalism from Kasper. He was absolutely riddled with Guatemalan bog fever last week, if you remember. Oh, he's gone 3 wide. Oh, he's done a good job there because the other 2 took themselves out. Who was that? Was that Tony Walker? I think it was. And I think that was...
Is that Jamie or Simon?
I think that might have been Simon Trindle. It was Simon Trindle. So Simon ends up shuffling down the order, going in 2 wide with Tony Walker, and I thought that was Carl Hardy in close company, but it wasn't. It was Rene Earhart just behind. So cutting Corney. He's actually in his start position, is Rene, so he's not lost or gained.
That's pretty amazing.
Isn't it? Yeah. Right.
It's been a busy old start to this race.
It's been a bit
There's a lot of
crazy.
people
Oh, Anthony
there
Hilton.
gritting their teeth and hanging on.
Yeah, Anthony Hilton gaining a position there on Stefan. Obviously, Stefan's utterly forgiven because he's now in tears behind that Audi, thinking, "Well, I've just been overtaken by the car. I've given up."
But he's in the tow and he's going to feel
Oh,
a different story
that was
going on
good.
here.
That was good. Why
He's
is
gone for the
Demis?
middle of his
Demis.
bumper. Oh,
Demis.
Demis.
It's not that way, mate. It's this way. Right. So
Well,
Demis.
it looks like he got stopped before the wall, which was.
Yeah, I
good
think
sign.
so. Oh, David Ayres and JB having a bit of a ding dong, bit of a door battle there. I'm sure they're enjoying
Oh,
that.
he's coming straight through the middle, Chris.
That is Chris. Yeah, doesn't need an invitation, does he? Ex-previous champion. Oh, Demis has gone to the pits, so I think he did get damaged.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's in the pits.
Unfortunate. That's
Yeah,
a shame.
they do have a fast repair, folks, so he will hopefully rejoin the race.
Yeah, but it's such a shame on the third lap. If it had been another couple, he could have taken his fuel and pretended it was all tactics, and
Yeah.
away he would have gone.
Why is Naveed off track again? What is going on
I
with
don't
Naveed?
know.
That was weird. Right, let's go and have a look at what happened. Oh, Naveed's just literally crashed, it says. That can't be right. Right, so where did... Right, this is Naveed's first off. Right, so he's gone to the inside.
shame.
That's Alex Cebolano-Lado on his inside. He's not managed to turn the car enough, and he's been collected. And he's out in the kitty litter. So that was number 1. So that was him not being able to rotate that Audi.
Racing incident.
I
nothing
think
there.
so. Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's any need to get upset with that. And this is the latest one. So he's going down the inside of another Audi. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, I think, I don't know. That one's 50-50 as well to me.
Good.
I think he thought that was his corner, but it very much, well, he was ahead, so I think maybe Daniel Lewis,
Maybe should have lifted. Somebody needed to, although
he would have known he was there. Yeah, he would have
Yeah.
known he was there, so he should have looked right and seen him.
He would have had the call.
Jura has had to leave us on the chat, so good evening to Jura. I hope you have a nice evening. Kasper Smirnoff is in. Oh, that car behind him, I'm going to repeat that, is Spencer McCarthy. Oh, Renee, where have you gone? Renee has just lost a bag full of position. Oh, I'm still on replay. Idiot. Right, we're going to have another look at what just happened to Renee. Because he lost huge amounts of positions. And we need to see this. Who is that to his left? I get a feeling that car is going to turn him. Yeah. Oh! So that's what happened to Naveed. At the same corner at the same point. So I think people are needing to be a little more aware, Alan, of where their car is positioned, don't you think?
Yeah, these are avoidable
Oh.
incidents. That's the thing.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
It's not bad driving by anybody, but
no,
a bit more positional awareness would be helpful there.
it would.
Because you don't want to lose your position in a short race like this. It's very discouraging.
Yeah. So at the minute, Miguel leads this race. He's got a 1.4 second lead over Stephen Walker. You can see him there. Pete Newman is in third. Fourth is Sam Blees. Fifth, you can see, is Daniel Mills. Spencer, excuse me, I was waiting for that hiccup. He's a good 5 and a bit seconds further back down the road and getting pressure from Casper.
Yes, but he's looking better shape now in sixth, isn't he?
Oh yes, very much so.
He's made some ground, the lad has.
What's going on back here? So Stefan has just given up a position, has he? Yeah, he's back in his start position, so he's not lost anything, not gained anything along the course of the race so far. That's David
coming up behind him.
Yeah, he needs to keep David behind him because of obviously of the flashing lights.
What's Navid? Navid is Navid's behind Darrow Wright, and Darrow won't want to give this place up.
No, he won't. It's going to take Navid to very carefully thread his way through this group of cars that is in front of him at the moment. He's already come a cropper twice. Maybe that'll make him a little more cautious when he approaches the next series of corners. Or maybe Navid just engages like Navid mode and gets his way through the crew. I mean, look at that. That's lovely, isn't it? He came off the gas early in order to get massive power and speed through that corner, and he's made it work for him beautifully.
Yeah,
that was sensational. Absolute sensational. 2 for 1 in that corner.
Chris has gone off to make it easy for him.
He
and
has.
let David through as well.
Yeah.
As a respect for his age.
What's going on with Carl Hardy?
Oh, no.
So your captain's decided he doesn't like racing on tarmac. Let's have a look at that.
That was pie gravy.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Not pie gravy under his tyre.
This is crowded. Oh, Carl should have turned more. I don't think Alex is to blame there. I think Carl should have committed to that corner. He started to turn in and then bailed on the turn in. Let's have another look at it. If you watch carefully, he starts to turn. Here and then doesn't.
Yeah. He definitely needed to be slowing down there.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know how he was going to get round.
No, he wouldn't have done.
I don't think he would have. Anyway, he didn't.
Oh, this is busy as well. Look at this. I tell you what, most of the close racing is shall we say, mid to late pack. I'm going to describe it as that, Alan. So this is Anthony Hilton.
Yeah.
Yet again, top AM class driver, thrashing it out in the middle of the Pro-Am category.
Yes. But he's got a habit of doing this, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's DJ. Is that DJ?
No.
Oh, JB.
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 JB might get this done. Chris Needham's going to try and thread the needle as well.
Oh, be careful.
That's opportunistic, and he's going to make it work, maybe. He's going to get a good drive. Although the Audi's good off the corners, isn't it? Oh, Pete Newman. Pete Newman and Sam Blees really going at it now. And where on earth did Miguel Freitas' lead disappear? Because he's got nothing left of it. It's down to 0.8 of a second ahead of these three.
Well, you weren't worried about that. So,
well, maybe I would be.
A slight incident, and we know how fast he is, so he's going to take chunks out of him with his lead.
Oh, what's happened to Anthony? No.
Oh.
So.
It's Chris.
Yeah, let's have a look and see what happens here, because this might... Oh! So I have to say that was Chris's issue, because you've got to pass safely. And Anthony's got on the brakes and Chris did not. And they were racing so close that contact was made. Again, a bit of a racing incident, but I would still suggest that that's Chris's issue.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of these already where actually just that bit more awareness and somebody prepared to give way a little bit. You can't always keep your foot in for the sake of the race and the other drivers.
No, true. Audi versus Audi back here, but right, the lead is being reduced significantly, Alan. I think we're on for a good one here. Stephen Walker is closing Miguel down very, very rapidly. He's taken 3/10 out of him in one lap.
That's not easy.
And we've seen this. No, we've seen this before from the Honda, though, haven't we? It takes a while for the tyre temperatures to come up, but when they do, it's brilliant.
Well, of course, wasn't Miguel in the Honda?
Yeah,
Was he
yeah.
the Honda man.
And then defected to the Elantra this season.
Yes. But I'm surprised that here that the Honda will actually get the edge because there's plenty of straight there, but I can't see the Elantra pulling away, can you?
No, I can't. Let's go on board with him with the new dynamic camera that we've had from Alex Savillano-Ledo. It should be a bit more bumpy as Pete Newman and Daniel Mills behind are going at it. Just one sec. Let's have a look side by side.
Ooh.
Oh, the apex is going to come at you some point, boys. Daniel Mills keeps that position. Really doing a great job in his first season in pro. And I've got
Holding
his
his
wrong banner,
line,
haven't I?
just keeping hold of his line.
What?
Utterly predictable. Both of them driving safely.
Yeah. I'm going to go and check which class he's supposed to be in, Daniel Mills, because I think he might actually be supposed to be in the other one.
He's a pro-am by the looks
No,
of it.
he's a pro driver. Yeah.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah.
he's got the green at the moment.
I know. I need to change that.
I don't think it's slowing him down, Pete. Don't worry.
No. We know that he's right in the timing tower. We'll just ignore the colours on the car. That's my fault, folks. Apologies. Ooh,
Whoa.
that was Tony Walker slamming the door shut on Jamie
Wasn't a lot of
Jeffrey.
room there, was there?
No, there wasn't. And look at the accuracy between these two drivers. Particularly Jamie Jeffrey. He knew exactly the length of that Elantra to the millimetre at that point. Is he going to outbrake Tony? He's going to... Yes, he is. Is he going to get it stopped? Yes, he is. Very nicely done from Jamie Jeffrey.
Ooh,
Still going on,
crikey.
though.
And Tony
Oh, and Tony's gone down the inside.
diving defensively,
Oh, look at that.
you know, making
Nice.
advantage of it,
Oh.
fighting hard.
Oh, well done, boys. That's nice. But all that's done, really, is bring Simon Trendle into the equation.
Yes.
And PVG.
Even more people to the party.
Well, yeah, if one is good, then four is better.
That looks like an awful lot of fun. I'm just wishing I was out there, to be honest, at the moment, Pete. This looks
yeah.
like an awful lot of fun, doesn't it?
It is. It does, rather. And it's been a bit more exciting than I expected the race to be. Sometimes for the wrong reasons. Where is Navid on the wrong reasons chart? So he's just about to take another position and get into 20th. I mean, hopefully he's enjoyed himself making his way back through the
I'm
field.
sure it is.
It's a mega recovery drive because he
And
was
Rene's not easy
absolutely
to get
last.
by, because Rene's, trying to do a recovery as well. He could maybe tuck him behind that.
Yeah, why is Rene so far down the field? He's usually right up there.
Well, he started off well up, didn't he?
He did, and we did see him have a bit of a tussle, but
Yeah. So,
it's
but,
very unusual.
yeah, he's out of position, but there's been
Yeah.
a lot of lost positions just through people not just being aware enough.
Yeah, I think that's more. I think that's the most of what we're seeing is just lack of awareness from people. We are watching Miguel's lead disappear completely now, as that Honda of Stephen Walker closes in on him.
He's tucking in. He's got a bit of toe.
Yeah,
It's hard enough to get rid of Stephen without toe, but he's got toe helping him here, and I imagine he's fairly relaxed at making the pace as well because he's closed the gap, hasn't he?
he has, and we've got these three. I think it is. I think Pete Newman is in the picture. Yes, he is. Just who are scrapping it out at the minute for third place.
And must have pace. Sam and Daniel must have some serious pace there because if they've got a gap into Pete, that's saying something about how quick they're going.
Oh, absolutely.
Have his pants on fire. They've got 4 seconds to find though, and I'm not sure they're going to do it in 5 minutes.
No, I agree with you. That's a big gap, isn't it? I think there's definitely the battle for first, and then there's the battle for third, and then there's this mega scrap that's been going on for a little while now. Jamie Jeffrey heading it up, and this is for 9th place. At the minute, provisional pole for the second race belongs to Alex Sevillano-Lado. He's going to have to
He'll be
move.
well aware of that as well.
Yeah, he's going to have to move quickly because Naveed Hussain, for all that what happened at the start, is absolutely ripping through the field
He's
now.
making pace. He's making places now, isn't he?
Oh,
He
yeah.
certainly is.
Oh, hang on.
I was
And
expecting it, but oh, crikey.
yeah, crikey indeed. This is for the lead. Stephen Walker putting mega pressure on Miguel.
He's
Oh.
doing him on the inside. Oh, Miguel will be hanging on. He's got the advantage here.
Look at that.
Oh,
It's like
such a-
synchronized swimming. What's this?
yeah.
Oh!
Oh.
That's risky. So where...
Miguel's still got the track advantage.
I think he does, yeah. Or does he? Because that Honda is ahead of him. Oh no, he's got it still.
Yeah.
He's got to hang it round
But
the
he's-
outside.
Now he's struggling a bit. Stephen's got it now.
He does. That's a nice series of corners from the pair of them. It
Yes.
takes 2 to tango like that, doesn't it, Alan?
And that's what we like to see then.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
just beautiful. That's the leader gracefully losing out to the guy in second place. But,
Yeah.
no dramatics, just pure pace, and the guy who was just that bit quicker around those corners got in front.
Look how dark it is, though. And this is...
God, I know, I tell you, the lights are on these cars already. What time of day is it?
It's like 2 in the afternoon.
Crikey. We've
I
had
know.
some stormy weather though recently.
Well,
so-
that's true, yeah. So we're going to go on board here with Miguel for a lap. You can see the gaps in the timing tower.
Oh, that was
Look at that! Why is that
unusually,
Honda so fast? Or why is Miguel so slow?
Didn't, that was unusually wobbly for Miguel.
Yeah, it was. So into turn 1 here, as we were saying previously, hug that inside, taking a lot of curb there because you can. Carry your momentum through, and
You
then
have to
into
get
the
this
village.
braking, don't you? You have to get
Yeah.
the braking just right through here. This is a wicked little section.
It is, and then you're only going to take the kink out of this one, not the cutback, and then roll it through the corner. You've got this is quite tight actually. This next one, you can be very very generous with the curbs on either side there as well, and then down the straight here into Stowe. Normally a drafting opportunity, but he's already 1.2 seconds adrift. I don't know what is in that Honda, but it might be rocket fuel. Into Stowe here, hold the inside, let it run nicely onto the curb, but you can pick up a 1X out there and a slowdown. And then you're into Vale. Lots of curb on the inside. Drop your revs right down, hold it on low revs.
Miguel hasn't had any collisions, has he?
No, I don't think so, unless he's got damage from a curb, because those red sausagey things can be quite damaging at times. That is a lap, folks, that is a lap. So, next nearest battle is this one, which is
Well,
Daniel
Stephen's
Mills.
taken nearly a second and a half out of Miguel.
I know. What
That's
is going
hard
on?
That's hard to credit,
Yeah,
to be honest.
bizarre.
Hmm.
Laura O'Connor shouting for Naveed, obviously. He is making his way back through the field.
He is up to 17th now.
Yeah, and he's got
Got JBDU in his sights, but he's not going to get an easy pass here. JB will fight. Oh, look at that! Come on.
as Naveed sails it down the inside. I don't know where Stephen is on track at the minute. Stephen is coming up to the end of the race.
Oh, crikey.
I think Naveed,
He's not giving anything. Look at this.
I know, he's doing everything he can to get that 16th place away from JB. I think he's hoping for 15th place and get on the grid. But here we go, Stephen Walker. Has he just picked up the... Oh, he's shown... Oh, hang on, we've got an extra lap. So Stephen Walker has just entered the white flag. So Naveed has got more time, and he's already passed JB. We missed it off camera. What the hell? He's that fast. He did it without us watching. Right,
It
let's
was
have a look.
sustained pressure, though. It took some doing. JB wasn't giving that way.
No, he wasn't. This is the battle for 15th, or rather, for the pole of the next race. Why has Jamie Jeffrey fallen back so far? That's why.
Oh, goodness.
He and no, it's not.
Mm.
Who is that? Is that Martin Shirley? I think that's Martin Shirley. Yes, it is. Right, let's have a look at that. Martin Shirley had already been off track by this point, apparently. So, Jamie goes to the outside. That's crikey, that's weird.
Oh, what
So,
was that?
Martin Shirley wasn't carrying any speed whatsoever into that corner, and I think Jamie's been caught out by that. That's really weird.
Julia.
It was peculiar.
Oh, what's...
I don't know why Martin was going that slowly, but we'll may never know now. Right, Tony Walker and Simon still doing the battling. And I think we may be round, are we? Yeah, we are finished. Sorry, folks, we were watching replays. Jamie Wilson under pressure right at the end there from Alex Cebolano-Lado. Where did Navid? Navid has finished in the pole position for the second race, Alan. What on earth?
Oh. Now, that's interesting. I thought Alex had got
Good
his eye on
grief.
that, but no, he's got it, and that's going to brighten up his chance for the next race.
Brighten it up. It's going to make it absolute starry daylight. It's going to be brilliant. Yeah, as the rest of the field come across the line, Chris Dixon still finishing. Demis Titchelar, who had a rough start, very rough start, still finishing as well.
Well done, Demis. That's what we
but-
like to see.
We have Stephen Walker was your race winner. He's being followed round at the minute by Spencer McCarthy, giving him a bit of a wiggle.
He had to beat Miguel fair and square. He did him for pace.
He did.
Nothing,
I
they
mean-
were both driving very well, and I don't know what happened.
Look how dark it is on the track. It's
I don't know.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Stormy. So,
I
Stephen
don't know,
Walker.
he took 1.5 seconds in a lap.
That was remarkable, wasn't it? I don't know how
Yeah.
you managed that, to be honest.
No.
So Stephen Walker was your winner, sorry, for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White in the first of tonight's races at Silverstone in the dark. I'm pretty sure, right, that this is not a nighttime race. Just a minute, I'm just going to do this. What time of day are we on? Oh, you don't see time of day there. Just give me a minute. Where's time of day? I'm hoping I've set it up right. Weather, radio, show the weather. Oh no, we are going to race into the dark. So it's 7 o'clock in the evening, local time, that's why. Right, okay.
Oh.
We're going to go dark, folks.
Oh.
I don't know that we're supposed to. Pete may have made a mistake, Alan. Mistakes were made.
No, that's
Mistakes were
oh,
made.
I think it's the Earth's fault.
I think, yeah. Oh, yeah, let's blame the Earth.
It's just gone round just a bit too quick yesterday, and
Yeah.
it's arrived here just a bit too early.
Yeah, exactly. So Miguel Freitas brings home second place for Impulse Races. At least it's going to make it interesting for him. Sam Blees did come home rather third for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing.
On the podium, and
On
well
the
done,
podium.
Sam.
Yeah, good result. Daniel Mills, fourth for RD Simsport. Fifth was Pete Newman for Result X Pure Sims. And Spencer McCarthy was sixth for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White. Casper Smirnoff, well done to you. Top of your class for Pro-Am and seventh on track for Apex 1. With Tony Walker close behind, well, I say close behind, he was 7 seconds behind in the end. In 8th place for Hydro Race Racing Forces, but second in class. So, well done to you. Simon Trendle, it's very, very dark on my top screen. I can see almost nothing. Anyway, Simon Trendle, 9th overall for Team Chimera. Pete Van Gool, 10th and 3rd in class for Pro-Am for Result X Pure Sims. Jamie Wilson, 11th for Team Chimera. Alex Cebolano-Lado, 12th for TRL Racing Forces with Deep Marhus. 13th for Cutting Corny. Martin Shirley, 14th for RD Simsport with Navid Hussain in 15th for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. JB Dejoux, and, of course, pole for the second race. 16th was JB Dejoux for BSTV Esports. Stefan Goebel, 17th for VTS Esports. Chris Needham, 18th for Air Smart Racing. 19th was Rene Earhart for Cutting Corny TCR team, and Carl Hardy finished 20th for Result X Pure Sims. David Ayres was your first AM-class driver over the line tonight for Safeguard, with Anthony Hilton 4 seconds behind him in 22nd and second in class for Mello Motorsport, and Daniel Lewis 23rd and third in class for SRL. Max Nevinciani 24th, Darrell Wright 25th for Safeguard, Jason Kiley Haddington 26th for AirSmart, Chris Dixon 27th for WorkGuard, and Demis Titula 28th. That's not the end of the list. Jamie Jeffrey finished 29th in the end for coupes and convertibles after that. Off at the end with Fiona Siddons in 30th. Chris Young was a DNS, did not start.
Well done to Carly for finishing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a bit of a struggle recently.
Pete's just pressing random buttons now, which is why the screen's going mad. Right, and he really is. There we go. Right, we're back to normal. When I say normal, I mean abnormal. There we go. Right, so this is going to be quite a dark race. This Pete may have made a mistake, Alan. Not sure.
I do think it's all down to diversification.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
The moon's got confused with the sun, and they changed places for the day, and it's all gone wrong.
Yeah, so the session was supposed to start at 1:20 in the afternoon.
Right.
But we've only been racing for 2 hours, so Pete has clearly made an error in order for us to be at 7 o'clock in the evening already. But it's going to make for a bit of a different race. So,
Yes. Look, well, night races are part of racing, and we don't do this very often. So
No, we don't,
It'll
no.
be a fresh challenge for the drivers, a nice surprise for them, and a nice surprise for everybody else as well.
yeah, and all I can say is at least it's not not raining.
Yes.
Right, let's have a look at where we're up to. Oh, right, so we're about to go to grid. There is still some cars on track. Don't forget, folks, this is a 40-minute race in the dark, and there is a pit stop
Yes.
in the dark.
There's water on the track, Pete, from all those drivers' tears, of course.
Of course, yeah. Tears make puddles, puddles make rain, and all that sort of stuff. So, let's have a look at the grid. And I need to extend gridding, so just let me do that. We're going to go
It's so
names.
exciting, this reverse grid, Pete,
I
because you
know.
never know what you're going to get, do you?
No, you don't. It's going to be good. Let's have a look at a camera. Oh, someone's already flashing the lights. It's got to be David Ayres.
Fantastic.
Naveed Hussain will lead us away in this second race. Stop it, David. Martin Shirley will go off second. Dietmar Hoos will go off third. Fourth will be Alex Cebolano Ledo. Fifth will be Jamie Wilson. Sixth will be Pete Van Gool. I bet they really weren't expecting darkness. Seventh will be Simon Trendle, because I wasn't. Tony Walker will go off eighth. Ninth will be Casper Smirnoff. 10th will be Spencer McCarthy. I wonder if any of them have driven Silverstone in the dark before. 11th will be Pete Newman. Daniel Mills will go off 12th. It's good to, ring in the changes, don't you think, Alan?
I think I do. I actually, I think this is good. It's good for the lads to have something thrown at them.
I do as well. It's going to be good. Where was I up to? Sam Blees will go off 13th. Miguel will go off 14th. Stephen Walker will go off 15th. JB Dejoux, stop flashing your lights. JB Dejoux will go off 16th. 17th will be Stefan in his Veloster. 18th rather will be Chris Needham. Oh, they're all at it now. 19th will be Rene Earhart. Cal Hardy will be 20th. 21st will be David Ayres. 22nd will be Anthony Hilton. I'm getting a migraine, guys. 23rd will be Daniel Lewis. 24th will be Max Nevinciani. And 25th will be Darrell Wright. Kylie will go off 26th. Chris Dixon will go off 27th. Demis Titula, I'm totally distracted by the flashing lights. Demis Titula will go off 28th. 29th will be Jamie Jeffrey. Fiona will be 30th. And maybe we get Chris Young, but I doubt it. Starting 31st. Yeah. Right, let's get ready to race. There we go. That's a better view. Well, it was until all the flashing lights started. Here we go. Lights are about to come on. Oh, look at that. Oh no, the flashing lights have continued. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Held
Lift
for
off.
a little while. I'm pretty sure that Jamie Jeffrey jumped that. Maybe it was just the angle of the car.
He got a great start there.
He did. Naveed is already well gone. Although we do know that the Audi is a good starting car, don't we? It launches well.
Yes, and he needs to make time while he can.
Yeah,
That's for
yeah.
sure.
There's a lot of action back here. Oh, right. So Jamie Jeffrey's already up 5 places. Fair enough. Ridiculous, but fair enough. He is that good, folks. Casper Smirnoff already up a couple of places. Miguel making his way through as well.
Amazing lightning starters. They do things on cold tyres that terrify me. It's just the very thought of it.
Yeah, I know. Spencer moving forward on. Oh no, he was, and he's not anymore on Simon Trendle. Rob Sutherland gets the award for stating the obvious, which is not sure this track shows the cars too well in the dark. No, I agree. Oh, where's Stefan gone?
What makes you say that, Rob?
Stefan is dropping down the order. Oh, he's in the pits. What? Is he wanting to swap to the Audi, do you think? That's not going to happen. Yeah, he's already in the pits, and I don't even know why.
He's in the pits in his new car.
No. Odd.
Oh, come on, Stefan.
Yeah.
We're rooting for you, mate. We're rooting for you.
Yeah. Right, this is terribly busy round here. Let me put you up a track map and a battle box, because the battle box is going to be full of everybody right now.
It's going to be very revealing.
Yeah. So Simon Trundle in the middle of this mess, with Dietmar Hoos, Spencer McCarthy either side of him.
Stefan's out the pits.
Yeah, good. At least he's back on track. Daniel Lewis is in the pits now as well, as is Chris Dixon. There's been something gone on towards the
Down
back.
with wet tyres, aren't they?
Yeah, gone out on wet.
Gone out on wet.
Oh, right. Lots of bumping over curbs there and through.
Even if I had gone out on wet, I would still hang out for a couple more laps and
Yeah.
try and make it, because that just makes sense. But you know, you can drive on the wet tyres for a couple of laps, a few laps. You do lose a couple of seconds a lap.
Right, so Silas has educated us, and I really should have worked this out. Stefan jumped the start. Hence his visit to
We thought
pit
Jamie
road.
would jump start, and Jamie didn't.
Why is Chris
Oh,
Needham
it's
doing
Chris.
that out there?
Navi's knocking out purple laps as well.
Yes, he is. He's absolutely making hay. Right, so Chris has gone in hot, has he? No. Oh, ow, 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 ow.
Oh.
Pete Newman. There's been a murder.
Wow.
And Pete Newman is the prime suspect. Look how dark it is when the lights go. Oh dear, sorry folks. Pete may have made mistakes were made. Okay, mistakes were made. Right, let's go back to live running.
Yeah, Pete didn't see him because he would go a mile out of his way to avoid a collision like that. So,
Yeah.
we know there's something going on.
Well, I think it may have been the darkness, not the band, obviously. As for Casper Smirnoff.
Casper, way. Casper,
Good
come
effort,
on.
son.
Fantastic.
Fastest lap of the race. And that's good as well. 109.7. That's qualifying sort of speeds. Well done.
I do hope he's remembered to put some fuel in.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So 2x2, we go sailing around here. Jamie Jeffrey right down the inside there, uses a bit of car, which is Rene Earhart's car, is it? Yeah. Doesn't make it through on that attempt. Maybe has lifted because he thought that was a bit naughty. Jamie does that. He's a very fair racer. A real life
Yes,
racer.
well, we like to see that.
Yeah,
and,
we do.
It just makes the whole thing so much better. The whole race is better when everybody is has a bit of courtesy on the track.
Yes. Lots of viewers on the stream at the minute, which is good. Renee,
And I hope they're enjoying it. I hope they've got their laser vision eye specs on.
yeah, a bit of night vision would help right
And they're
now.
admiring Stephen Walker knocking out another purple lap.
Oh, is
This
he?
fastest lap is changing. It's gone from Navid, it went to Casper, now it's gone down to Stephen. It's hopping down the standings.
Look at
But of
that.
course, Those drivers are hopping up standings.
Yeah, that was immense braking talent there from. Well, it was obviously lucky because it was Stephen Walker. Uh,
Look at that gap in one corner.
I know, ridiculous, just so fast.
One corner, look at that.
So
I mean, it doesn't look like much, but that's what half a second is taken.
yeah, you may struggle to see it, folks.
Just on a braking, just on a braking.
Yeah, I know.
That's, when you can use the brakes properly, that's how you make places.
Yeah, or just don't use the brakes. That's how you go fast, right? So
I think the thing there's an art to using the brakes in these TCRs, Pete, isn't there?
Yes, there
I mean,
definitely
it's
is.
a major part of the actually handling the car well is managing the brakes.
Yeah.
They're more sensitive to the braking input than just about any other car I know of.
well, yeah, I was just being facetious before, but I was just reading what Andy Little is saying. He's glad he's not racing in the dark.
Yeah, poor old Andy doesn't do very well in the dark with his manky eye.
No, it'd be even more oops than normal.
You're missing you, Andy.
What? Jamie Jeffrey is
You missed,
crashed.
you
What?
missed out on the track, matey. I hope everything's going well on your new job and everything.
Yeah, he was saying he was moving a 25-metre travelator or something. Jamie Jeffrey is recorded as being crashed, but I think it was that disconnect that we just saw then. A minor disconnect. Because he's back to
So it
normal
hasn't
running.
crashed. We don't want him crashing.
No, we
because,
don't. No. Ooh, what's going on here? There was an overtake done. We're on replay, so I'm probably a bit out of time.
Geodesic car.
Yeah. Tony Walker and... Is that Dietmar? Yeah, Dietmar. Thrashing it out with Daniel Mills making all of the opportunity, and Jamie Jeffrey just behind, also trying to do
It's
it.
a tasty bunch of drivers, isn't it? There's some talent in there. Goodness me.
Yeah, there is.
Oh.
Ooh. Careful, boys. Careful. Ooh.
Oh, they're doing a great job.
They are, but it's certainly
It's scary.
challenging my blood pressure. Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice. Oh no, that's a bit robust.
Whoa.
That's a bit robust from Renee.
Probably a bit more robust than intended.
I think so, yeah. Jamie Jeffrey has come out unscathed.
I think this is the moment for me to have a
Oh,
short slope of my Tabnavuli.
absolutely.
My nerves need it now.
Yeah, get yourself balanced.
Hmm.
Oh, there's some more going on
Yes.
further north. Jamie Wilson.
Oh.
Has Jamie got
Now
his...
he's got 2 seconds at the front. Alex
Yeah.
is chasing hard.
I don't think Jamie's got his inset camera on because it's not showing on the broadcast, so we'll assume that that's not on.
But Spencer's got to 4th place now. That
oh,
sounds
yeah.
dangerous somehow.
When isn't he dangerous? So yeah, he's at the
Yes.
front end of this big queue of cars here, which is I think
How did he
8
get
cars
there?
deep. I think it was by being very, very fast. Let's have a look at some of these overtakes because they happen pretty quick. So this is, oh right, okay. I think he's going to get a twofer because they're going to get scrappy. Yep, he's going to get a twofer in one corner here. There we go.
Oh, look at this. They're getting cozy.
Ooh.
Oh,
And Spencer just says, "Thank you. Room for a little one."
Well,
Job
they
done.
helped each other through.
Yeah, very nicely done from Spencer. We're used to seeing him making his way through fields like the proverbial hot knife, aren't we?
We are indeed. It's always a pleasure to see it.
And Miguel here with Simon and with Jamie and with everybody else. You can see it in the battle box in the top, bottom right corner, rather, of your screen, folks. It's a tasty old battle at the minute. 2x2 in the dark. Oh!
Oh,
So-
crikey.
Simon's
Come
car
on.
straightened up there, which was a bit odd.
Keep it together, chaps. You're doing grand.
Yeah. So I think Simon got on a curb there and it straightened his car up. And because Miguel was already on the outside. They both lost out equally.
It's knife edge stuff, Pete.
It is. It is. There's nothing wrong in what happened. It was just part of racing. So let's talk about this because Laura is going to be like, really? Come on, boys, show him. So Navid in the dark here is leading this race by 2 seconds over Alex Sevillano-Lado, who has sorted us out with this camera action, which is a bit more bumpy than normal. Give you a bit more realism in the car. So thank you to Alex. You can just about see Navid's rear lights ahead of us. Take a bit of curb here.
Where's
Oh,
Martin?
look at
Have
that.
a look at Martin, because Martin's
Yeah,
doing an absolutely brilliant job
he is.
on the bottom step of the podium. He is, and that is no mean feat to be keeping up with those chaps in front of him. He's doing really well. I mean, he's got Spencer in his rear view mirror, followed by Sam. That's not a comforting sight.
Yeah.
So that's going to motivate anybody. And how long can he keep them at bay? He's got 2 seconds at the moment. We'll see.
Yeah, we will.
Spencer and Sam being there is a dangerous combination for anybody. So they'll be looking for lots of points with Gio.
Yeah, Rene was a bit hot into that corner, as was Dietmar in the background there. So cutting Corny full in your picture. He's caught up with Jamie Jeffrey very, very tidily though. That's very nice. And Jamie got a massive amount of curb going through there.
So you put up with Jamie that quick. These guys are going like the clappers.
Yeah, they are. I think the clappers wish they were going as fast as these guys. JB further back has just done a mega overtake there on Dietmar Hoos. And Pete Newman making his way through on a bit of a recovery drive here on Dietmar. Gives him a little bit of a helping hand around that corner and then backs off. Backs off a lot actually and invites Anthony Hilton to overtake him.
Anthony won't say no.
No, he won't. And he's not doing. But he's had to give up on that one. He's now got pressure from your captain.
Yes. Wow, it's eyes on stalks for all these chaps. They're all.
Sorry, that was James.
You need eyes in the back of your head, don't you, tonight?
Or in the side, because Jamie Wilson has got the side of his head full of Stephen Walker right now. And that is near.
Stephen's motion tonight. He might not like this track as a huge favourite, but it's.
Oh! So. That was interesting at best. That is a very, very badly damaged Stephen Walker's car.
Oh, dear me. That's knackered.
Yeah. Right, let's have another look at that from above. Excuse me. So, side-by-side racing, which we see a lot of, to be fair. That got a bit too side-by-side, a bit too close. I don't think there was anything naughty in it at all.
No, we just keep seeing these inadvertent comings together, don't we?
We do. I don't know that he'll make that all the way around.
I hope he can get to the pits okay, doesn't need the tow.
No, he's still going with that broken car. Nobody really has entered pit road other than people that jumped the start.
If he can get to the pits, he can do his fueling as well and get his...
Yeah. And he should be able to recover a good amount of positions. He's dropped a little bit, but not a massive amount. I would suggest that there was nobody to blame in that equation.
Well, if there is, they can sort that among themselves.
Yes. Exactly
Very
that.
mature, sensible drivers.
And
They will look at the replay and they will decide.
In the murk and the gloom there in Mordor, we have Stephen
Stevens
Walker.
managed the pit lane.
Yes.
So he will refuel that, no doubt.
Oh, that's touching as well. There's been a lot of touching today.
They start, Pete. They can't see each other.
Don't remind me that I've got the settings wrong. Right, so away we go to lap number 13. Let's hope it's luckier for some. Oh, that's nice. Miguel on the inside of PBG there. Sailed it down the inside. Oh, PBG a bit out of control. He's going to lose Oh, he's gone to pit road. Right, okay. And there's a few going to pit road now.
Mind your speed going in there. Don't pick up.
Yeah, that was lovely from Daniel
very
Mills.
easy to
Good
do.
grief. Daniel Mills was on it like a car bonnet, pardon the pun. Oh, what's going on here? Rob Sutherland.
Crikey, psychedelic.
The famous Shirley Slow Bleed. I think he's referring to the loss of positions. And Chris Young says go Martin. Obviously shouting for Martin Shirley as well.
Doing a heck of a job.
He is. He's scrapping it at the minute with Sam Blees. He's had to pull him behind him. But your race leader is Naveed Hussain still. He's got a 2.4 second lead over Alex Savillano Lado. Where's Alex gone? There he is. In the dark there. You can see the gap just about if you put your night vision goggles on. Naveed has just gone to pit road actually. So
yes, and Spencer's at 3.5 seconds.
Yes. So, but Spencer has got open track in front of him. He's not going to want to pit because there's nobody to get in his way. So he's just going to put in like mega fast laps the entire time. Let's see, where has Stephen Walker ended up? He's back out with a fixed car because they get a fast repair, folks. One fast repair for each race.
23rd position.
Yeah, 23rd. He's not the highest of the pitted cars either, so he has definitely lost a lot of places.
He would have lost a lot of places getting back to the pits,
Yes.
wouldn't he? He was struggling.
He was
his car
crabbing all over.
basket case.
Yeah.
So
Now
he's got 3.5 seconds to find on PVG.
he has, and Alex Savillano Lado is not going to want to pit because he's picking up lead laps. So he's going to do at least 3, I would expect, before he's going to box the car.
Or more. Who knows what his strategy is?
Well, exactly. Could be anything. Could be anything.
But he's going to have to account for the fact that he's got Spencer. No, he has got good pace, actually. He demonstrated fantastic pace last week. But Spencer and Sam are the last people you want to see behind you in a chase.
Yes, as Casper has boxed the car, Spencer has gone after Alex Savillano Lado, and Sam Blees, his teammate, is right on his gearbox. Well, it's not a gearbox in a front wheel drive car, is it? It's a rear bumper. Team Chimera are doing some sort of formation driving.
Anthony and David are having a cracking time.
Where are they? Oh, yeah.
12th and 13th, and Anthony's obviously inspired David here, because 13th is a very good position for David. We used to see an Anthony up there, but this is above midfield, and that's fantastic driving for David. And in difficult, I mean, this is difficult driving, isn't it? Being dark isn't making it easier for these drivers. It isn't. The tracks look very different as soon as the lights go out, that's for sure. But I think they're doing a pretty good job, to be honest. We've not had anything like as much chaos as we could have had.
No, not at all.
So who's coming up? So Chris is behind them. Naveed is the one who's, well, he's still, he's halfway. Naveed he's got back up to 15th position. He's fighting hard.
He is, and he's the furthest forward of the pitted cars. So I think there's positivity in this for Naveed Hussain. The next closest car that's pitted is Casper, who is how far behind him? 5 seconds? Yeah, 5 seconds. So Casper in his own right is doing a fantastic job, but Naveed is he's benefited very much from pitting the car.
Well, Max and Fee are both doing great as well. Of course, Casper's moving through this midfield beautifully, but we're seeing these people in good positions.
Yes, we are, yeah.
They're not being phased by the dark.
And we should call out this boy, Jamie Jeffrey. So he finished almost last in the first race after that coming together towards the end of it. He is up 22 positions in this particular race already. Yes, some of them are donated by pit stops, but that is still remarkable.
Yes, who knows where he's going to finish, because this has still got a long way to unspool.
Yes, it has. Yeah. Alex Sevillano-Ledo is your race leader at the minute. He owes us a pit stop. He is 3.5 seconds, nearly 4 seconds actually, ahead of Sam Blees, multiple previous series champion, and his teammate Spencer McCarthy, actually in the sister team.
Yeah. So what's happened there? Why is there a big gap between them? What's happened to Spencer? He was leading Sam, and they were together.
He was, wasn't he? I don't know. Is the short answer.
Something's happened. Maybe he had a slowdown.
Yeah, we also need to understand what's happening with Andrew Littler and if he's in the cabin, don't we? Because if the guys are in the cabin with him, then they get the vote, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So we need
But
to.
they can't see anybody, can they?
Well, if I if I move the camera a bit, you might see some, indication of who it might be. There we go. That's a better one. Look at that. That's better. But thanks for pointing that out, Alan.
Well, I'm marking these clips. How can take advantage of these expensive numbers in the windows of the car.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
So it's the first time we've ever actually had value for money out of them. Can see them.
Yeah. So this is Stephen Walker now in a non-damaged car chasing his brother down. In the Hydro Race Racing Forces car. So this is Hydro Race.
No rivalry between them at all.
I don't think there is, actually. No, I don't think that this is going to go for a battle. Or is it? Oh, Tony's defending it. And doing a good job of it, actually. He's done really well there, actually. That's really good. Jamie Jeffrey.
Tony to make it any easier than he would for any other driver, to be honest.
No, I don't know where Jamie Jeffrey is. He's not showing as being on track anymore.
Oh, no, come on, Jamie, where are you, mate?
I think that might be a disconnect.
He's 7th at the moment.
Is he there? He's strobing in and out badly. I think.
Well, what does that mean?
I think there's a thunderstorm over his house, is what that means. We'll come back to that.
It looked like TARDIS was taking off.
Yes, it did, and he's still strobing in and out. You can see it in the timing tower. He flashes grey every so often, and it says he's out when he's not. Demis Tichelor!
Yeah.
Getting overtaken there by Chris Needham on a bit of a block pass, which was nice. Daniel Lewis goes to pit road. Anthony Hilton is in pit road. And Stephen has got past his brother. How did Stephen get past his brother? Where is that overtake? There it is. Better watch this. I've got a
perfect position.
Yeah.
Taking the toe. Using the toe.
Yeah. Tony
just carries it forward.
Tony didn't make that easy and tried to fight back, look, which is excellent.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like that.
But you saw.
Well done, T.
The distance that Stephen made with his braking. That's twice tonight he's done some. He's impressed me with his astounding braking touch.
Very good.
It's just he makes yards and yards out of it. He just did there. He slipped his car. He made about 1.5 car lengths out of nowhere just so he could get by. And it just creates space with the superb feel and touch and timing into the corners.
Oh, look at this from Jamie Wilson here, fighting with Daniel Mills. We're going to have to go on board with him if we can do. If Pete can find the right button. There's going to be a car on the right of us. Whoa! And we're going to try and go down the left, down the right here, are we? No, not yet. There's a car. There is a car behind us. We've lost ground as it is.
Look at you, see, there's no lighting on this circuit. You can see how difficult it is. Just using the headlights. Judging your depth perception is challenged.
Oh my God! Stephen Walker nearly became a permanent fixture in the back of that Elantra, that
Well, it would
Team
be very
Chimera.
ornamental, but I
Yeah.
don't think you'd find it terribly comfortable.
No, not at all. And of course, Stephen Walker is now the proud owner of a lump of firewood, Alan, from last season's championship.
Oh, has he got? I'm so pleased for him.
Yeah,
I know he was looking forward to it with unusual anticipation for one of our trophies.
I know. Yeah, I wonder if he's whittled it into something else by now. I don't know.
I'm probably using it to, it makes very good kindling.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. They burn very, very quickly. So it looks like Hydra Race Geodesic are making a race for one another because Spencer is putting a lot of pressure on Sam Blees.
It is, but they're not putting any pressure on Alex Sedwick later.
No,
He's
they're
still
not.
got 3 seconds.
Yeah, and it's growing. It was 2.4, so
Yes.
that he's benefiting from this.
They've not pulled anything back. I've been watching this for quite a while now. I was thinking they were going to start to work it and close the gap, but far from it, as you said. It's that status quo and slightly getting longer.
Yep.
So who knows what's happening there? Miguel is at 5 seconds now off the back of that battling pair. Look at this. Look at the cream rising to the top here.
I know. So Naveed having an early pit stop comparatively. Anyway, he pitted on lap 14. Is making lots and lots of hay. His closest competitor is 8 seconds back down the road, and that is in the form of Casper, who's got Martin Shirley all of a sudden for company right behind him, just out of the pits. Right, everybody apart from Spencer is now pitted. Is that right?
Wow,
Am I lying?
That's
Oh no,
great.
and Simon Trendle. Oh no, Simon Trendle. Oh no, Simon
That's
Trendle.
Pete pitted as well.
Where's Fee? Fee. Yes, Fee has already pitted.
Wow.
So she's turning laps in 27th at the minute, with 3 places from the start. Right, so Spencer and Simon.
A lap down on the track, though.
Yeah. Spencer and Simon are the only cars not to have pitted so far. So Spencer's going to pick up a lead lap. Naveed is still the first car having pitted, and he has Alex Sevillano-Ledo now for relatively close company. Right there, two seconds behind. So Alex is doing a fantastic job.
Well, he held that place at the top for a very long time, so his pace has been absolutely consistent. And Spencer wasn't making any ground on him, was he? So.
No, he wasn't. No. Right, the 2 lead cars have now pitted. That's Spencer and Simon. They are in the pits. Here comes Naveed. I wonder where those 2 will come out. Naveed's taking the last corner now. And over the stripe now. And the other 2 are only just in their pit boxes. And Spencer's vanished. Oh no, he's back. Right. So I don't know where they're going to come out necessarily. Sam Blees has taken over 3rd place. And since Spencer was attached to the back of his car before they pitted, something bad has happened to Spencer McCarthy here. Is he just stopped? Is he not able to continue? He's not moving.
Well, he was, been displaced already in the front of the race, hadn't he, by Sam, so...
Well, sort of, but he was putting lots of pressure on Sam Blees, and now it's a bit inexplicable because he's been in the pits for over a minute and a half and everybody else was already out by then.
There's definitely something happening, isn't there?
Yeah.
Something unfortunate going on there. He needs to be out there on track, and we'd expect him to see somewhere around where Sam is, presumably.
He's back on track now, so I think he's been punished for something. That may well have been speeding on the
Really?
lane.
Stop and go?
I think so. Well, not a stop and go, just a delay in box.
Speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Let's have a look at...
Oh.
Where's Spencer entering the pits?
Oh, that's a kick in the nuts if that's it.
It is. So, here we go. Let's have a look at this. This is Spencer entering pit lane. Or it will be. No, it's not. That's Simon Trundle. Where is Spencer? Why is it called the wrong car?
Didn't they go in together? Because they were together on the road, weren't they?
Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Right. Apologies, folks. Pete will get it right on the 18th attempt. Right. So, this is Spencer entering pit road. Let's see if we can see what's going on. All looks okay so far. It's very fast, though. That didn't look terrible, did it? It looked alright.
No, but he did slow down very quickly after the line.
Well, maybe you're right. Yep. Maybe he was already overcooking it. Right, let's go back to real life, or rather, real-time racing. With Dietmar under pressure from JB, and he's going to lose that position to JB because JB's just rocketed past him. And David Ayres has followed him. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Carl. Sorry, Carl followed him. Ooh. That's Chris Dixon keeping out of the way of this lot coming through.
Wise man.
Wise man, yeah, definitely.
So poor Spencer has now found himself in 22nd instead of second.
Yes, he has, yes.
Oh, that's very unfortunate for the lad.
Yeah, hopefully that wasn't David Ayres flashing his lights, because otherwise I'll have to ban him for life. Martin Shirley has got Miguel for company. And that's not the kind of company you want, is it?
So David is actually is making eyes at you, but he's also managed to get ahead of Anthony.
Oh, that's a good point. He's actually class leader at the minute, David Ayres, yeah.
He is indeed.
Yeah.
And he was running second to Anthony before, so...
Oh, that's a big kick up from Miguel. He got a lot of curb there. It'd be impressive if Martin Shirley can hold off Miguel Freitas as Stephen Walker makes his way through here on René Earhart through that chicane at Vale. And then over the line, he's gonna maintain this.
He's been driving well though, hasn't he? He's been driving fantastically well.
Yeah. That's René down the inside of current reigning champion Stephen Walker. Is he going to get this done, or is Stephen going to come back at him under braking? No, he's got that. He's defended that really nicely. Very good work. Oh no, sorry, that's René Earhart. Me being thick.
René.
Sorry.
But Martin is still running sixth place. We know,
I know.
all about Casper
Brilliant.
and how brilliant he is, and he's certainly under the wrong colour now. But Martin is, yet again, he did well in the first race as well, didn't he?
He did.
He's showing himself. He knows his way around here, that's for sure.
Oh, Jamie Jeffrey.
Yes, well, we're looking for Jamie to do well.
Do well.
So
He's remarkable. He's up 21 positions after his pit stop.
Yes.
He's got sight of sixth place in front of him, but Simon Trundle is one of those. He's got a little bit of distance. Actually.
Driving well tonight, I think, Pete.
Yes.
He's not had the best of running all the time, but he's keeps getting up there in the top 10, and crikey, that's no mean feat in this league. Getting in the top 10, it's a dream come true to a lot of these people.
It is. Carl Hardy under pressure now from Dietmar. Or rather, I think he may have just passed Dietmar. Let's check my time, check my event tracker. Yes.
Is that like an Apple Watch?
Yeah, but better, because Apple Watches are rubbish. Spencer, now on a recovery drive, a self-imposed one, we think, making his way through on Anthony Hilton and putting a lap on Chris Dixon, who's trying desperately to keep out of the way, which is very good. Well done, Chris.
He's got very nice orange and black liveries, so it's
Yes.
very nice harmonies here as he goes scooting by. Scoot, scoot, they go, and
Yeah.
Anthony is carrying on the good work here.
Yeah, fighting with Dietmar at the minute and doing a pretty good job of it. It's funny, isn't it?
Anthony-
Deeper into this race, Alan, we haven't seen the incidents that we saw at the starts.
Well, wise heads are prevailing.
And I've just
They're all
cursed
older now
everybody,
than they were.
clearly.
Just eek, ag.
Yeah, ag. So Dietmar has got very high levels of damage on the right-hand side of that Veloster. He may need to pit, but he's already
Well,
past
you
pit
could
road
say he got very
entry.
high levels of cholesterol there for a minute.
Well, that's just
I would
me.
have as well after that.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Jamie Jeffrey under pressure from Daniel Mills. Daniel's coming back at him here.
And yeah, another one is flying. They're flying, these chaps. They are in the heart of England,
Yeah, Dietmar and
in the
JB.
dark.
Need,
They're finding pace to spare.
yeah, these two need to get a room because JB and Dietmar have been thrashing it out for quite a long time now. And they are still side by side pretty much. Dietmar giving best at this point at least. But he was ahead before, so I think that's going to get repaid at some point. They're having a great little battle. Hopefully they're appreciating it. Now, this is massively interesting. Navid has been caught, Alan, by 2 cars. Not just 1 car, 2 cars. Alex Savlano Lado and Sam Blees have both caught him with 4 minutes to go.
Yes, and we know they've got the pace because he had a clear advantage.
Yes, he did.
So, Navid's a very quick driver, but I think we're in for an interesting 4 minutes.
Yes, and Laura, you may want to look away. Navid is driving the house brick, which even Stefan has turned away from now. And if Stefan turns away from it, you can guarantee.
I've got to
Guarantee
say,
it must be a pig.
It's certainly a friend to everybody else when it comes to giving out drafting opportunity.
Yeah, that's good. It's generous on the drafting, isn't it? Yeah.
Very generous. It's
Yeah.
a bit like driving a shed.
Yeah. It had its heyday though, didn't it? It was mighty for like a season and a half.
Certainly was when it first came out because
Yeah.
it was only TCR.
Yeah, it was.
So
It bossed
really
the whole
ruled the roost
field.
in those days.
Yeah. Right, so Alex has gone defensive on Sam Blees there. I don't think that'll help him too much. Going defensive does often slow you down more.
Yes. Well, but if it's successful, you might count yourself fortunate that you're not in third.
Yeah, I mean, these are 2 Velosters here. Not that you can see the one on the left. Oh, there you can. You can't see the one on the right now. Chasing down an Audi, and they were doing a good job until they started battling with each other. And then Navid has been giggling for the last like 6 corners.
I think they're probably enjoying themselves.
Oh, without a doubt.
And I think they're probably confident that they can nip past at any moment, so they can afford to do this.
Laura says, what lap did they both pit? So, Navid pitted on lap 14. And the 2 behind him, these 2 Velosters, both pitted on lap 23 together.
Yes. Navid was early, wasn't he?
He was early, yeah, and I don't know that that is a disadvantage. It's
No,
all,
he's got an light car at the moment, but it's probably
Well.
slightly more tyre wear.
yeah. The fastest car on track right now is Stephen Walker. In fact, he's the fastest car of anybody, but he is. Oh, how far back is he? 16 seconds.
Yeah, so he hasn't got any room in front of him at the moment, has he? He's got
No.
down there.
Oh no! What's happened to Chris Needham? He's gone in
Oh,
toe
that's
to
a
toe.
green.
Oh, it's that corner again.
Ah.
Turn 1 yet again, Alan. Is that turn 1? Yeah, it's turn 1.
It's a bogey corner, isn't it? at
It
the
is.
moment?
It's claimed many scalps tonight.
Ah, dear. What's
Right.
going on with that?
Again, I think it's just awareness. A car.
Well, you do get projected slightly sideways, but I can't believe that they're. Don't know that.
No, I know. So Sam Blees trying to chase down Navid now, who's only half a second ahead of them. I think this is going to get very tasty and interesting, but I think we are on last lap, Alan.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen our friend waving his flag, but
It's hard to see on Silverstone, it always has
Yes.
been. And Spencer's about to take a position from David Ayres.
we've had
Straight
40
through.
minutes, so one way or another, whoever's in the front next time they cross the line has won the race.
Well, it's getting a bit tasty because Sam Blees is right on to Naveed now. And Naveed is going to keep this because this is the end of the race, I think.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Well done,
Yes.
Naveed. Well done. Back to
Yes.
winning ways for Naveed Hussain.
Oh, pleased for him.
Yeah,
Pleased for him. He had to work for that, and that was
he did.
a
But
valiant charge at the end there by Sam, wasn't it?
it was, but
And Alex.
Laura gets all the credit for being Naveed's crew chief. So
Yeah. Yeah, fair dues, actually.
yeah,
Inspiring character in the pits. What we
absolutely.
need.
Right, where's Jamie Wilson? He's just over the line. JB Dejoux leading from Dietmar Hoos, but only just. There's Dietmar.
It's a bit like strobe in here.
I know, it's making my head hurt, but it's the only time that it's acceptable, so we're going to let it go. Tony Walker over the line, right behind Anthony Hill.
I know you're a keen dancer. You were a slick mover back in the day, weren't you?
Oh, I
Bet you still
was,
are.
absolutely. Got
I
some
bet you
serious
still are. I've got
shapes.
some winkle pickers, Pete.
I've got some very, very pointy shoes. Don't know whether they're winkle pickers, but that is everybody over the line.
What a race.
Yeah. That was dramatic. Cutting Corny studio with the big pink faces as usual. Where did you end up finishing, Cutting Corny? 17th for Dietmar, and Renee was in 11th. So that was a good result for Renee, up 8 places from his start position.
Yeah, absolutely a good result. If you got to the finishing line, it's a good result. Especially tonight, it's been testing for everybody.
It really has, yeah. We'll run through the finishing order because there's some things to call out here. Naveed had a flag to flag in that race after getting the reverse grid pole for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. His teammate Sam Blees ended up ahead of Alex Sevillano-Ledo to take the second step on the podium. And then obviously Alex on the third step for TRL Racing Forces. So a great result for Alex. Then we've got Kasper Smirnoff with his class honours. First in Pro-Am, 4th overall for Apex 1. Well done to you. Miguel Freitas, 5th for Impulse Racing, with Martin Shirley second in class, 6th on track for RD Simsport. Simon Trendle finished 7th for Team Chimera. 8th was Jamie Jeffrey for Coupes and Convertibles. Stephen Walker, 9th for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White. Daniel Mills was 10th for RD Simsport, with Rene Earhart 3rd in class, 11th on track for Cutting Corny TCR team. So well done to you and Cutting Corny. That's a big jump, isn't it, Alan? 6th to 11th for the Pro-Am class podium.
Yeah, they could all be well happy with themselves. They've all had to work for every inch of that result.
Absolutely. Pete Newman finished 12th for Result X Pure Sims. 13th was Jamie Wilson for Team Chimera. Pete Van Gool, 14th for Result X Pure Sims, and his teammate Carl Hardy finished 15th. With JB Dejoux not that far behind them, only 3 seconds behind them in 16th for BSTV. Dietmar Hoos, 17th for Cutting Corny TCR team, 0.7 of a second behind JB. Spencer McCarthy on a recovery drive there in 18th. 19th was David Ayres, flashy himself, but he was the first of the AM class cars over the line, so well done. Anthony Hilton was the second of those, so an AM class podium for Anthony Hilton in 20th for Mellow Motorsport. Tony Walker was 21st for Hydro Race Racing Forces. 3 teams actually in this season, which are Hydro Race sponsored, and I get it wrong every time. Demis Tigjalar in 22nd for TRL Racing Forces. Max Nevinchani 3rd in class for AM and 23rd on track. 24th was Stefan Goebel in his new Veloster for VTS Esports. 25th was Darryl Wright for Safeguard. 26th was Fiona for Workguard. Chris Needham finished 27th for Airsmart Racing with Daniel Lewis in 28th for SRL. Excuse me. Trying to clear my throat. Where's Daniel Mills on that? Oh, Daniel Lewis even. Good grief. Chris Dixon, 29th for work hard. Somebody put a bullet in me. Jason Addington, 30th for Airsmart. And Chris Young did not start that race. Oh, my
And
word.
still managed to come 31st.
And he did a great job, but he won't be classified because he didn't turn one full lap, which is the rules for our league. Jenny Sandman says, whoop whoop for CCT. Cutting Corny Studio says, yeah, it's a good team result. Proud of the guys for Cutting Corny TCR team. And that is some serious racing, Alan. That was really good, that. Very wholesome.
Yes. We saw a bit of elbows and a bit of carelessness, unusual carelessness in the first race, but that second race was, I think, exemplary. People were trying hard and racing hard, and it was intense and tight, but in the dark as well.
Yeah, very. I think it created a lot more drama, and I think it was drama that people didn't expect because, let's face it, I didn't expect it either because I didn't know I'd set it for so late in the day compared to when it was supposed to be. I'm not sure what happened there exactly, but I'll assess what I selected. A few jump starts in there as well, Alan, which made for a bit of a. Go on.
Yes, Jamie sort of rolls into the top of the picture, doesn't he? But it looks like he's been going for a while at that point.
But I think he was one that didn't.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
weird.
It's just completely, because the people in front of him were actually offending.
It's just bizarre. Right, let's have a look at.
Yes, what a thing to see them all hurling down the straight at the start of the second race with the headlights on and in the dark. A very different start and a very different atmosphere to the grid, of course.
Yeah, completely different actually. Right,
and and fantastic, like you said, flag to flag. And how difficult was that in the second race?
Yeah, it must have been a massive challenge for him, but he's managed to boss it to a certain degree. But our first race winner, or the winner of the first race this evening, is in the booth with us now. He's extraordinarily lucky, as we already know. It's Stephen Walker. Good evening.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Hello. Hola. Hola. Hola, amigo.
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás, pendejo? I think that's a naughty word, actually, but never mind. I don't speak Spanish very well. So, let's talk about race one most, because you had lots and lots of pace in your Honda. Race two was you were the victim of an unfortunate circumstance, which we'll come to later. But your first race victory was very, very emphatic, wasn't it? You did very, very well in that.
Yeah, it didn't get the best of starts, and I just couldn't hook up a qualifying lap. I'd done a 1 in the practice, but then Miguel had done a 0. So, I think over 1 lap pace, he had me. But in the race, like I said, I got a poor start, and then Sam went past me because I just braked a bit too much, trying not to take everyone out, because I was stuck on the inside, which was probably the best thing to do. And then it's really, really difficult to overtake, as you might have seen throughout the races. And literally the only reason I got past Sam was because he just lost the rear, shockingly. Going into one of the corners at the end of the straight. So I was like, well, I'll take that. And I thought that'd be it. I didn't think I was going to be able to catch Miguel. But then by the looks of it, over the course of the race, my car held onto its pace more than his did.
Yeah, his tyres seemed to disappear very, very sharply with about
there
5
was
laps to go, something like that.
Yeah, there was a few laps where he just caught the curbs, and that just slowed him down and brought him back a little bit quicker, I think. I think if he hadn't have maybe done that, I might not have managed to overtake him. I still think, I was going to catch him. I was a couple of tenths quicker. Like I say, the Honda really keeps the pace throughout the stint. So I was banking on that mostly for the second race, if I'm honest. But I was like, I'll just grab second, and then the opportunity arose. So I was like, well, we're here to race. So we had a little battle, and it was good fun, good clean fun. And I think he would have stayed fairly close behind me for the rest of the race, but he just got the slowdown, I think, the lap after I passed him. So that obviously dropped him back.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just went a little bit onto the green. Um,
On the
I think a
exit
little bit
of
too far.
Stowe.
I think so. The right hander at the bottom.
Yeah, we were on board with him at the time, and I said
Ah,
to Alan, "You can pick up a slowdown there," and then you just jetted off, and that was the lap, Alan. If you remember that we said he
Yes.
gained half a second.
yeah, he literally just got a slowdown. So
Oh, that
otherwise
explains
he
it
would have.
all.
Yeah, he would have been probably that gap behind me, and we might have had a bit more of a battle towards the end of the race. I don't quite know with him in fully close tow whether I would have been able to hold him off or not, but it would have been good fun. But yeah, once I got in front of him and he got that slow down, I just was like, just don't mess it up. Get your head down and keep going. Like my adrenaline was pumping because it was just I didn't think I'd be able to race him. So it was a nice surprise at the end of that first race. It was it was my first win of the season, so I was quite happy and I quite liked the way that I did it. Really.
Yeah, that was very, very accomplished, and we expect nothing less from you because
Yes.
you've won the championship like a gazillion times, and are obviously a proud owner of my wood.
Yeah, your wood fits perfectly in my hand.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Um, if you said two hands, I'd have been more impressed. And then race two didn't work out quite as you'd hoped for. Are you still laughing? You are, aren't you?
Yeah.
So there was a coming together and an exit stage left. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying. So me and Jamie were going like. So I got a decent-ish start. I got two on in the first lap, and then I was just trying to take it easy. I didn't want to. Basically, I didn't want that to happen to me,
Yeah.
and I was doing perfectly fine. And then I like racing Jamie, and as we were going around that right hander, I was like, oh, I need to let off a little bit extra because genuinely, I was like, oh, I know where our cars are, and I could end up going around the front of his car. So I let off, but it still just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I was like, I even said to the guys, I was like, oh, I don't want this to happen. I just need to let off a bit more, and then I still go around, and it was like absolutely just a racing thing. Nothing on Jamie whatsoever. He knows that. I don't even have to tell him that.
Yeah.
If the thing is, if I'd let off loads, it might have caused like an accident. Plus, like it would have been a bit unsafe to let off like loads and loads. But yeah, probably a couple of percent would have done it, just so I didn't get in that position. But it is what it is. It's fine. The rest of the race, I managed to pit. Luckily, I was in the pit window, so got the fuel I needed to go to the end of the race, and so I took a bit extra so I could go flat out. To try and catch someone, and had some really good battles coming through. Like I got a really good overtake on I want to say the last lap, or the start of the last lap against, I think it was Martin Shirley.
Yes, it will have been. Yeah.
Yeah, in my head.
Daniel
it was
Mills,
like,
I think. Daniel.
Millie.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, in my head, I was like, oh my god, that's the greatest overtake of all time that I've ever done. And then I watched it back, and I was like, oh, it's not amazing, but it's okay. But from the cockpit view, it felt like I'd just pulled off, like I say, the greatest overtaking move of all time. But
Cool.
yeah, I think I got to 9th in the end, so I would have been on for a top 5, I think, maybe, if everything else had gone my way, if I'd managed to get past Jamie. But it was still good fun, and that's what we're here for, to race. And I definitely did some racing to salvage something, because I think I came out of the pits in 27.
Yeah, something
27,
really,
28,
really south. Yeah, you did very well to get back to where you were.
Yeah, I still had good pace to, once I got past, I think it was Renee.
Yeah.
I was managing to catch the other two in front of me. The car was just mega. It's the best it's felt this season, if I'm honest.
Right, which is a surprise, because Silverstone is one of those tracks where people suffer with car performance.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of any of the layouts on the track, but the car and myself combo just seems to work, so
very good.
not gonna mind.
Yeah, and we've got an endurance race around Manicourt next week.
Oh, is it the? I forgot about the endurance.
Yeah, we got 3 of them this season because you
Yeah.
inflicted a 3rd one upon everybody.
Well, I thought you were going to replace one. I didn't
What?
know.
Yeah,
So,
no,
but-
I was gonna. I just chucked another endurance race in. That's
Yeah, no, you know
all
I
the
love
fun
an
of the
endurance race.
fair.
Plus, an endurance race at Bathurst, if people do crash out, they've got the fast repair, so it's less of
Exactly.
the. I'd
Yeah.
like to think people wouldn't just quit out like they would if it was a 40-minute race or
No,
whatever.
not at
so,
all. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, no, overall, I'll take that after what happened. It's just iRacing things, and I'm due some bad luck after some good luck for the first few races. So I'll take my
Well,
first win of the season, and then just some good pure racing through the rest of the field.
yeah, I was gonna
And
say
everyone was really good.
it is your first race win this season, but it's not harmed your your championship defence, given that you're at the top of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Miguel, I think Casper, I can't remember really. Miguel would have definitely made some points on me today, I think. 'Cause he finished quite far ahead of me in the second race and only just behind me in the first one.
Yeah, maybe
And I got a
few
lot of
points.
incident points in the second one.
Yeah, but you did think last season that you were going to lose a load of points in one race, and you really didn't. You actually, you almost gained points in that race. It was quite funny when I uploaded the points, and I was like, "Ha ha! I was right for once." Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, obviously you guys putting on the show. It's I forgot to check how many cars, but I'm sure it was like nearly 30 again. So
31.
massive.
31.
Yeah, like see, that's one of the biggest grids in most leagues that we do, particularly touring cars or TCR or whatever. That's probably not the most popular in an official capacity, but yeah, thanks to you guys for putting on the show, putting on the broadcast. The rest of my team, Spencer he was going well until his pit entry, so that sucked. And then Sam and Naveed had a good race, and just good race. And everyone that I came around and raced with was fair, and it was just good fun.
Good stuff. In that case, we'll see you at Manicourt for an endurance race this time next week. The luckiest man in a TCR, the current reigning champion, Stephen Walker.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Well done, matey.
Gracias.
Cool. Always good to have him in our interview room. And back with, due to popular demand, is Naveed Hussain. Good evening.
How's it going, guys?
Hey. So
Hello.
I think Laura has already claimed all of the plaudits for being your race engineer and bringing you the victory in the second race.
Thanks, Laura.
Yeah, it's magnanimous of her in your victory. What was it? Where was I going? Oh yeah, I need to check something. Where did you finish in the first race? 15th, wasn't it? Because you systemically crashed twice in order to be on pole for the second race, didn't you?
Yeah.
All planned. All planned.
What I wanted to do, I was like, yeah, I just want to spin out in turn one, and then if I can
Yes.
spin out in turn three,
Three,
the
yeah.
next lap, that'll be perfect, and then it will all come together.
Yeah, and have myself a little fight to get back to 15th and make it a gamble right at the end just so that the cameras are on me. And you did that beautifully, to be honest. I think Laura's timed it to perfection with
Really did.
with your crashing. Yeah, it was good. But you weren't the only one on that corner, or those two corners particularly. It seemed like right-hand turns today were everybody's anathema. There was cars spinning off left-hand side on right-hand turns constantly. Both helped and not helped. So yeah, you weren't alone.
Yeah, we should just race ovals now. Or left.
Yeah.
There'll be no right-handers for us to die on.
Yeah.
To be fair, I can't throw blame at anybody for both of those incidents. Alex, it was 3 cars wide going into turn one, and it was almost certainly my fault. And then the next lap, it was probably more of a 50-50 incident. But
I was going to say, the first one, it looked like you hadn't rotated the car enough in order to make the corner with everybody around you. The second one really did look 50-50 in my opinion. It was, yeah, there was nothing in it.
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it is what it is. I think. I mean, sometimes I enjoy when that happens. Not initially, but I do enjoy racing. And I think if I'd have started if I'd raced from where I started and didn't spin out in the first corner, I don't think I probably would have gone backwards looking at my pace over the end of the at the end of
Really?
the races. Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
believe in that,
Definitely.
Alan? Given the fact that he
I
won
believe it.
won the second race by, well, he didn't win it by that much, did he? But
I can see the numbers for the lap time, so I can
right,
confirm.
right. Are you using science? Because if you're using science, you need to get out of this interview room. There's no
Yeah.
room in here for science, is there, Alan? We like our opinions, don't we?
Oh, well, it can measure some things, you know. But,
Yeah.
you can certainly measure performance, and you don't do flag to flag if you're slouching.
Exactly. I think there's some sandbagging going on here, folks. But
There's a lot of people very interested in replacing you in that crossing that line first.
yeah.
So you know, the fact that they didn't actually replace you and that you crossed the line first, I think is down to your perspicacity and actually driving lap after lap really quickly in difficult conditions. So, blooming
Yeah.
well done.
I think with my VR headset when it's dark, which it was in the second race, my draw distance is minimal. It's really bad. And fair play to Laura. She actually, unknowing to me, she brought a lamp and put it beside me because my headset also resets at night time, and I end up looking like
Yeah.
90 degrees
Yeah,
left. My headset broke.
Yeah.
Well,
so thanks for that.
Yeah, well done, Laura.
Crikey,
Well
yeah.
done.
So there you go. Yes, no, everybody has that kind of issue with light, don't they? And so yeah, I'm glad you got over that.
Yeah, I'm glad nobody's actually brought to the attention of everybody that I've got the timings wrong for the broadcast for the race. But we'll skip straight over that. I'll cut that out when we go live. But no, very very accomplished second race. Fault free, really. A few people had some issues with the pit stop. You did not. You came out quite a few seconds ahead of your competitors, but they chased you down quite rapidly in the end, right? Sam Blees was on you eventually, with Alex not that far behind him. If they hadn't scrapped as much as they did, I think you would have had a bit more of a struggle to get to the finish line.
It was certainly a struggle, and thanks to Sam, the second last lap, he just said, "Just go, it's yours." I don't think if he wasn't my teammate or there was somebody else behind me, that wouldn't have happened, and I wouldn't have won. There was just too many issues in the second race, too many silly mistakes. Not feeling too quick. I know the guys told me yesterday what times they were doing, and I thought I was quick. I was doing like 9.4s, and then they were like, "No, we're doing 9 flats."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, right." Hey,
Damn
Welcome
it.
to my world.
Yeah.
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 And around a short track like this, it's actually a substantial amount.
It's
So,
massive, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. And hats off to the guys that are so quick. And I don't want to blame it on the car. Maybe in the chicane, the last part of the lap, the Audi really did struggle, but the rest of the lap, it was on song. So I'd assume I was losing all of those tenths in that part of the lap. But yeah, it is what it is. I might change for Nick. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Oh, did you hear that? He's going to do a Stefan.
Yeah.
He's going to do a Stefan.
Well, you have to decide, don't you? It's I think it's a tough decision, but I'm not sure that the performance of the Audi is keeping up with everybody else at the moment.
No.
by the sound of it.
No, I don't think so either. So, just so that you are aware, Naveed, Stefan has run the Audi for 18 seasons.
my God.
Actually, I think he ran the GT4 Porsche for one season. So I think he might have run it for 17 seasons. And he, today, swapped to the Veloster because he was kind of sick of it. That says a lot to me because he's been absolutely wedded to that car for so long, and only now has he bailed on it. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's time. I don't know. But we will see you in one car or the other, hopefully, at Magny-Cours for an endurance race this time next week.
Lovely. Happy days.
Yes, yes.
And make sure
I hope we
Laura's
get a
there.
chance to check a few
Yeah, of
cars
course.
out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that would be great.
Do a bit of testing and see where we go.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
There's, I mean, all those cars have got something to offer, haven't they? They're all different, and that's one of the joys. There's something for everybody out there, and you'll find something you're going to race and enjoy racing. And we look forward to seeing you next week, mate. Well, today.
Yeah, well done. Well done, absolutely. Naveed Hussain, everybody.
Take care now.
Right, cool stuff. Right, who are we going to bring in next? Let's bring in Mr. Got to press
Frank Sinatra. Is he in the room?
Frank Sinatra wasn't available for one very good reason, Alan.
Mm.
He's dead.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, not another one. Oh, blooming heck.
I know.
What,
I know.
am I interrupting?
Oh,
Oh,
all right. Let's have Sam Blees instead then.
Sam. Hello, Sam.
Well done.
Hello, guys.
Well done.
Thank
well done.
heavens.
Thank you.
Right, let me just bring up the standings for. Oh my God, where is the standings gone? For the first race, so double podium for you tonight. Third in the first race, second in the second race. That I think is possibly the most successful of all the races, position-wise. Yes, it is. I have literally just decided that. First race, you finished third and had quite a bit of a scrap with Miguel. You were chasing down for quite a long time. You eventually got a gap towards the end of the race, a little bit over Daniel Mills, and brought the car home in third. And then the second race, you and Alex Savillano Ledo were scrapping at the start, then scrapping in the middle, and then very much scrapping at the end. And my belief is that if you two had not got together with 2 or 3 laps to go, one of you could have had a go at Naveed properly, but that wasn't to be the case.
Yeah, I mean, Naveed had a bit of damage, so I sort of said once I got past Alex that I was just going to hold station, let him go. I don't think I was going to. I had enough time to get him anyway, but I sort of just held it, took the 1-2, and was happy to stay where we were.
He said
But
that he'd done that, and that was he was actually relieved, I think.
yeah, definitely.
But, I don't think I'd have caught Alex if he hadn't had the damage, because it just pushed us all back together and helped.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. It was certainly exciting for us to watch because it looked like Alex was really giving you some grief and catching you quite quickly. Yeah. It was a very well played pit stop, I have to say. Were you the fastest? No, you weren't the fastest. Miguel was. So Miguel bossed you by 0.27 of a second. So yeah, you're rubbish. But very, very good pit stop. You were 2 seconds nearly quicker in the pit lane full time than Naveed and Alex, which is pretty impressive, to be honest. Yeah,
2 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's.
I was 40 seconds quicker than Spencer.
Of course, most people were.
Yeah.
Because he did a naughty thing into pit lane, I think.
He did, yeah.
Or did he get caught speeding, or was it? Because I didn't see him go over the
saw it,
speed.
didn't we?
He got entry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it.
Well, you
had
did.
to take a replay.
You saw it. I just replayed it. But yeah, very good performance this evening. Very polished. No less than we expect from a previous multiple champion of this series. What do you think your chances are of getting on the top spot this time?
What, this season?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to happen soon, isn't it? I've had so many podiums. It's got to come.
I know, yeah.
I like the track next week.
Manicure, right? Nice.
Manicure, it's endurance. I
Yeah.
usually go pretty well on tyres, so we'll see what the weather does. I don't think I'm quite as good in the wet yet, but that will come.
Right.
So yeah, maybe next week I've got a chance, and then yeah, we'll just play it by ear. I've had a bit more time this week to put a bit more prep in. And the car felt good. I had good pace. I just didn't like at the end of race 1. I was catching Miguel and catching Wook, and I just didn't have the time to do anything with it. But yeah, it's it'll come together. I'm not as comfortable in the Veloster still as I am in the Elantra, but it is, I think, slightly faster. So getting better at setting it up, and yeah, there's plenty of time left. I'm sure we'll get one at some stage.
Yeah, good. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Just thanks to you guys for hosting and everyone for coming out, putting on Big Grid Racing. Some of the stuff we got away with today, 3 wide down the tiny little chicane and 2 wide through there like 6 times without any major incidents was incredible. So thanks to everyone on the track, keeping it clean. It's always good racing, and to you guys for putting on the host, putting on the broadcast for us.
Very well said about the close racing, and thank you for the other comment. We will look forward to seeing you at Magny-Cours, obviously winning, now that you've said that.
We'll see.
Multiple previous champion. Sam Blease, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Yay.
Cool. Right, next up, we shall bring it. We've already had you. We don't normally get you.
Nice to see Sam doing well.
Yeah,
Happy.
absolutely. Right, we're
The
going to bring
pace
in.
there.
Hopefully, he has recovered from the Guatemalan bog fever that he
Oh,
was suffering
goodness.
from last time. Welcome to the booth, Casper Smirnoff.
Hello.
Hello, how are you feeling?
Oh,
Good.
Good, right,
Good.
excellent. That's a big box ticked. Big round of applause for feeling good. Right, what did you do in the first race? Let me have a look. Casper. So,
P7.
P7, but more importantly, and in the second race, first in your class. You are already top of the charts for Pro-Am before you even entered into this particular series of races, and you've only capitalised on that and improved. Fantastic race pace, I have to say, and we were calling it out throughout both the races, that you have the pace of pro-class drivers. What are your thoughts on that?
I was especially happy from the pace in second race
Right.
after pit stop because I was so consistent. 10-0, 10-0-9-9. Every lap was like that.
Right, okay. Very nice.
So
yes.
it's really good pace.
Yeah, that's tidy. That's
But
tidy.
it's the
And in first
consistency,
race-
isn't it?
Mm.
In first race, I was not so consistent because I made setup change in last moment and it was not good.
Oh, right. What did you change? What did you change?
Front. I made softer front
Oh, okay.
with ARPs because I wanted more rotation, but it was not. It was good on only 2 corners, in stove and second corner.
Yeah.
Every other was just bad.
So yeah, it was fast. It was good in the fast corners, but in the slow corners, it was too boggy. Yeah.
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 I was not turning.
I'm not very good at racing, and I'm very, very slow, and I'm very, very crashy. But I do understand how the car dynamic works at times, even though I can't make it work for me. But yes, you did very, very well tonight. In terms of your class, you did very, very well in terms of the overall field position. You are definitely a character to watch, and I think you're going to have to end up moving class next season if you win Pro-Am, because you've got the pace to be well within that pro category. You've also got the safe driving and the reliability to remain there, which is very impressive. You've joined this series and you kind of fit in like you've been here for several seasons. It's very impressive, don't you think, Alan?
I do think it's impressive, but yeah.
Guys, don't
A
spoil
very
me, please.
charming young man, and his heart's in the right place. He races with the right spirit. A great addition to our league, and yeah, charming and wonderful, and fans we are.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
how could you not be? How could you not be? And his whole family's behind him. It's cool. He's loyal to his team, and I
You're
like that
spoiling
very
me,
much.
guys. Really.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
No,
I
that
like
is
it
good.
that, you shout out your team all the time as well.
Yeah,
And, yeah, good on you, lad.
yeah.
We look forward to
absolutely.
watching your race, Casper. It's simple as that. You're great to watch, and it's all in the right spirit and the right heart. And you're not the only one, but they're precious things to have in the league. Drivers like you.
Absolutely. I couldn't echo that more, actually. Your attitude is fantastic. Obviously, your partner lets you race. Let's face it, that's the truth. You are fantastic to speak to after the race. I'm surprised none of the other teams have approached you to hoover you up into their number. I don't know whether that's even something that you'd consider, but it often happens. And next week we go to Magny-Cours for an endurance race. How do you run at Magny-Cours?
I raced there last time in 2017 or 18.
Really? Good grief.
Yeah, and it
Oh,
was
wow.
in R Factor 2. So
R Factor 2, right? Okay, so you've never raced there before. Actually, R Factor has some very, very good mapped tracks. I shouldn't say that because I used to race that with Clyde well before I raced, and even it existed, but it existed as IndyCar for those people that remember back to those days. I look a lot look a lot younger than I am. You know, I'm only 21 years old, really. But yeah, it's definitely a challenging track, don't you think?
yeah, it's challenging, it's technical, and that's what I like.
Oh, good. Right. Okay. Well, that should suit you and the Honda very well because the Honda does seem to perform very well on the technical tracks. It's the high speed tracks that it tends to struggle on, and the Audi and the Elantra seem to boss it a little bit. But we will hopefully look forward to that very much. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Tim, Magda, I don't know who more, to be honest.
Oh well, that'll do. You've got the main ones. We love Magda, don't we, Alan? We think
We do.
we think she's fantastic. We will look forward to seeing you highly competitive, and probably winning the race by the show of your current performances. This time next week, Kasper Smirnoff, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, woo! Right, next up we shall bring in. We don't normally speak to this individual, and I'm going to have to go and check and see where he actually finished in his races. Demis Tictular, good evening.
Oh, Demis, hello.
Yeah.
Evening, guys.
How are
Oh,
you?
lovely.
How are you doing? Are you good?
It could be better.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
for better.
Yeah, it was not the best race.
So, first race, you finished lowly 28th. You had some trouble very, very early on.
Yeah.
You got exited stage left in an incident. Oh, let me find you on track just a minute, so that everybody remembers what the TLR Racing Forces livery looks like.
Yeah, very nice livery. We
It's
like
lovely,
it a
isn't
lot.
it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully
it's
that never changes because that's. It's been with us for a lot of years. Those colours in V8s and in TCR, and
It's such a
love it.
classic look, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I like
you exited stage left in the first race, helped away from the track. I can't remember who by. And then in the second race, you did a lot better. You made your way forward, kept your race clean, and finished in 22nd. Good points for TLR Racing Forces. Talk us through your two races.
Well, the first one didn't went well.
Mm-hmm.
I got hit from behind. I don't know who, but doesn't matter.
No.
So I was last. I want to forget about that. Second race was okayish. First half, I think. And then I got in touch. I don't know who. But then again, the car was pretty bad shape.
Yeah.
But 22nd, okay. I take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's good points either way.
Yeah.
I agree. It could have been better, and we hope for better things next week at Magny-Cours. How are you finding racing with the Racing Forces team? Because this is the first season you've raced with them, isn't it?
Nope.
No. All right.
No, I was here last year in the TCR
Okay.
as well. I think season 13 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with the team from the beginning, so
Oh right. Okay. Well, that's me
Yeah.
corrected. Yeah. Yeah, it's great to see you back actually, because you like you say, you were racing with us in season 13, had a few seasons away and then have returned.
Yeah.
It's brilliant
Is that
having
really
you.
that long ago? Goodness
Yeah,
me. It
yeah.
doesn't seem like it at
Yeah.
all.
I know, it's crazy, isn't
Well,
it?
that really surprises me. That really does. Mind you, I've been asleep all the time.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you and me both. I sleep while I'm broadcasting. But are you enjoying the season?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. No, that's
Yeah.
excellent.
No, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah.
Well, racing,
Absolutely.
your team's got a big presence here now in the league. I mean, got
Yeah.
4 cars, isn't it? Something, it's like you become a big team in our league, and
Yeah,
it's
pretty much,
exciting.
yeah.
It's all exciting drivers. I was saying last week,
Excellent
actually,
drivers,
we
indeed.
had like
Yeah.
there was
Yeah.
like four Racing Forces cars in the top 7 at
Yeah.
one stage, and it was fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So yeah, good, and yes, I didn't realize it was that long, Dennis. I'm amazed. So welcome back, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm happy to be back. So
Excellent stuff. Magnicure for an endurance race this time next week. Are you going to be with us? And do you like the track?
I'll be there. I don't like the track. I don't know the track. I have to buy it.
Oh.
So,
It's an okay track. Okay
yeah.
track indeed. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. I
Is
think.
it? It looks ugly though.
It doesn't look great on a track map, but actually, when you're on it, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think you'll enjoy it. It's very it's very technical, and the Veloster likes technical tracks, same as the Honda.
I hope so. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's a waste of money, right?
No, I
Yeah.
think you're in the right car. I think you're in the right car. It'll be good. Well, if you've got
Yeah.
got the a new track to have, it's always fun getting a new track and learning a new track.
Yeah.
And,
I have to
yeah,
still have
I
to-
envy you that because I love getting a new track. I love spending money on tracks. Getting a new track. It's always exciting, isn't it? So,
but the car is also new for me, so I have to
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, it's
learn a lot. Yeah.
yes. Well, I think it went well today. Pretty
Yeah.
pretty nippy. So yeah, well done.
Okay.
Very impressed today, especially with the recovery attitude in the second race, because you picked up 6 places, and you had some serious battles along the way there. It was good, very entertaining.
Didn't feel like that, so
Well,
I think I was better last week and the week before. So,
well, yeah. I mean, everybody has their good races and their not so good races, or the way that they feel about it. The way that it looks when seeing the broadcast and the way that it feels racing the car, having been on both sides of it, is very, very different. Sometimes you think, I've just done a terrible, terrible race. And then you watch the broadcast back and you're like, actually, I was actually not that bad. And then you think, I'm absolutely minted that race. And then you realise that you were 2 seconds a lap slower than everybody else on certain ones. But it comes together. But we hope you enjoy Magnicure. And we look forward to seeing you racing this time next week. Our TRL Racing Forces genius, Demis Ticula. Good evening.
Thank you.
Nice
Good
one. Well done indeed.
Yeah, he's a nice chap like that.
Wow, it's nice to have I didn't realise it was that long. I would have lost money on a wager on that one.
I know, yeah. It's like 5 seasons he's been away from us, but he's back now. And now we've got his boss in the room, so let's see what he thinks of Demis's performance. So Alex Savillano-Lado gave us a new set of cameras for our cockpit cameras today, and we're very grateful for that. You finished. Where did you finish in the first race? 12th. There was a bit of a kerfuffle part way through that race, which we'll talk about in a second. But all redeemed in the second race, technically fighting for first place right at the end. But because you squabbled so much with Sam Blees, the pair of you didn't get to the front, and you finished in 3rd place. Talk us through race 1 first.
Okay. Well, race 1, I messed up my start.
Yep.
I tried twice the clutch bite point in the pits, which is fine. But I guess it was the inclination of the road. So when I started the race, I botched it, and
Not what you
I-
want to be doing, yeah.
yeah, I know. We were 3 wide into turn 1, and Navid went wide, obviously, because it's the nature of the turn if we go 3 wide. But I had a car outside, so I couldn't go wider, and then we ended up colliding. There was
Yeah.
nothing anyone could have done.
Yeah, no. It was busy, wasn't it? There was a lot of this tonight. It's kind of almost unavoidable contacts between cars.
Yeah.
We were talking about it in the room, in the interview room. It's a track with that nature. Like if you want to send it, you have to send it, and because it's front-wheel drive, you're not going to be able to. Yeah, if you slow down to not go wide, you're not going to overtake. So the nature is like the guy
Yeah.
outside
Yeah.
is going to have to make room or go off track, basically. So it's really hard. But yeah, anyways, that's what happened in turn 1. Lost me a couple positions, and unfortunately, I spun around Navid. But yeah, then I was with Martin Shirley behind him. I saw that he was like 2 tenths off in quali, so I thought like, yeah, he's actually fast, so let's just stay behind him. But I don't know if it was the pressure or what, but he was all over the place. Only in one lap that I
it's a
wasn't
bit
pushing.
sketchy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, maybe it's better if I pass, because I had like a train of 12 cars behind me. I was like, okay, if this gets messy, I'm gonna drop a lot of positions, which is what actually happened. But yeah, I was like, he was all over the place. He saw that I was like, he was forcing his line. I was clearly like, let's say like 2 meters to the left on each corner or 2 meters to the right, because I was on my line and he was like forcing, and still I was faster than him because I was pressuring him. So yeah, I don't know. He made the decision to fight me, which I think was a bit, not so smart. But yeah, in the end, I tried to move on him, and Casper, we were just talking about it. Casper did a huge send on both of us into turn 3, and I had to avoid the contact, so I went wide and lost like 4 positions because all the cars just went through, and then after that. 2 corners later, Jamie Jeffrey went wide because what we just said, like if you go inside, the car goes wide by itself. So to avoid spinning him, I went off track, lost another position, and then with Carl Hardy, the exact same. I was on the outside. He went wide. He actually missed a little bit the turn 1. So yeah, it happens. And that lost me another 6 positions. So in the end, I went from P4 to P18 in 4 laps, which was horrible. I was super, super, super agitated. But yeah, luckily I made it back to the top 14, 15 for the reverse grid. But yeah, I was not really happy about the sprint.
No, but in the second race, you held it together very, very tidily. You started in 4th, I'm going to go with. And finished in a podium position, so congratulations to you. That's no mean feat with the people that you're racing around. Ahead of the likes of Miguel Freitas and Simon Trendle and Stephen Walker, multiple previous champions between them. I think they've got about 10 seasons worth of championships in between those 3. So you have to feel some sort of buoyancy and confidence about finishing on a podium position in the company that you're in. That is very, very impressive stuff. And you led laps for at least 2 laps, maybe even 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was more actually.
Was it?
Because I went. I think it was like 4 or 5. I don't know, but
okay.
it doesn't really matter. But yeah. No, I mean, I was after seeing my pace, like I knew I did the host session. I knew I was fast in quali pace. Race pace wasn't so clear because everything was mixed up, so I didn't know really. But I think I was like within a 10th or same pace as the top guys usually.
Yeah.
So I was just uncomfortable with the setup. Like the setup is super edgy on this track that I was using, and I tried another setup before the race, but that didn't work out. So I just reversed to the OG set, and I just said like, okay, whatever, this is faster. If I crash, I crash. But I was not really comfortable, but I was quite fast. And the thing is, like during the quali, I think I could have even gotten pole because on my first attempt I was going for a pole lap, and unfortunately I crashed with Tony Walker, my teammate. Then I went for a second run, but I didn't have time to finish the full run, and I was just improving like 10th by 10th every single lap that I was doing because the car was just feeling better, tires were there, but I didn't have time to complete it. So yeah, P4 was good enough, but honestly, I think I had that extra 10th.
Yeah.
Right, you've been you were really quick last week as well.
Yeah,
And,
you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You showed a lot of pace this week yet again, and that,
Yeah, generally I feel like I'm quick enough to like be taking poles, be fighting for wins, but then
Sure.
yeah, for one reason or another, I'm not doing it. So I guess it's on me. But yeah, I don't know the feature today. Honestly, I think I could have won the feature too, but Sam decided to fight for whatever reason.
Yeah,
with
he did,
3
yeah.
laps to go, and I mean I respect that. It's fun, you know. But I think it would have been a bit smarter if we just waited because we were coming back from
Well,
behind, you know, both
think-
of us. So
Think about it. His teammate was winning.
oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even realize.
Yeah. So I think
To be
it
honest,
was.
the track was too dark to see shit.
Yeah.
I was missing corners at some point. I lost like one whole second of margin with Sam behind me and Spencer because at some point I couldn't see the turns because I didn't have cars
Yeah.
around me.
No,
So
that's
it
cool.
was me with the lights and I couldn't see anything.
No, I think that was all tactical on Sam's part because his teammate was leading the race. So I think he was there to stop you. I think that's why he was fighting you.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, if I had realized that, I would have done it differently because I was playing it safe for the last
just
lap.
take him out, just wipe him off the track. No, it's great racing tonight. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
You guys, yeah, amazing job always. Simability, even though this is not a series for it, but I
No,
never
shout
do
it
in the
anyway.
V8s.
Yep, shout it
Yeah,
anyway.
shout out to them.
Shout
They're
out
great guys.
anytime, absolutely.
And yeah, from our side, I guess our sponsors, Hydro Race, the Racing Line, iRace from Adam Talsma, and yeah, Judah for watching. Even though he couldn't race with us, he really likes racing with us. So it's
Good.
It's sad for him when he doesn't. So but yeah, thanks for joining the stream. It's really nice to have him support us, even though if he's not racing. And yeah, my teammates, Demis and Tony. It's sad for Tony because he was again for a top 10 finish, I would say, and that would have been like 2 top 10s today. But he got a meatball with Jamie Wilson in the last couple laps.
Missed that. Right. Okay.
Yeah, it was very tight. Like into the chicane, the last chicane, he outbraked himself a little. He would have kept it on the road, but to avoid Jamie because he was right in front of him, he had to go a bit into the grass. And in that move, he nudged him and got a meatball.
Okay.
He didn't even crash against him, but yeah, one of those net goats. So sad for him, and for Demis too, who crashed in the sprint and had also a crash in the feature. So once again, unfortunate. I think Demis had pretty good pace. Like he's pro am class and he's been off for quite a while. He changed cars. He always drove the Audi and he changed cars for me to drive the same one.
Yeah.
And he's still quite quick. Like he's within 4/10 of me or something like this. And it's a whole class difference. So I think it's pretty quick. It's just being unfortunate and yeah, shout out to them and you guys.
It'll come to him in the end. But well said and good shout outs. And we look forward to seeing you next week at Magnicure. Alex Savlano Ledo, everybody.
Thank you guys. See you.
Yeah, well done, matey.
Thank you.
Right.
Doing a great job, isn't he, with
He
his
is.
team?
He is. He's building a very tidy team. I mean, Hydro Race Racing Forces have been around for quite a long time, and they're very well established. They've got a great crew, and they always have had. Kenzie Newhoff was part of their crew, and I think he still is in the V8s, and he's rapid. So, yeah, Hydro Race Racing Forces, big team. Another big team is Work Out by Result. Chris Dixon, good evening.
Good evening.
Hiya.
Hello.
Are you alright, Alan?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm idiot. Thank you.
So, didn't expect a night race because, believe it or not, neither did I. I think I set the timer a bit wrong. I don't know. It's all gone a bit pear-shaped, to be honest. In the first race, 27th, had a bit of a rough ride around Silverstone. And in the second race tonight, where did you finish? 29th, another rough ride. Talk us through what you struggled with.
Race 1, we had a good race.
Okay.
Loads of battling, and yeah, had a good race, but I made a mistake.
Yeah. Actually, you're not far off Kylie, are you, in the first race? You're only like 2 seconds behind him. Less than 2 seconds.
I made a mistake going into complex. I was in about 20th, and I made a mistake. I got a really good start, and I was up with.
Is that what you did? Because I saw you go off. I really thought you maybe jumped the start. You got such a cracking start. I
Oh
thought
no,
you jumped it.
no, it was a brilliant start, and I got right up the centre of about 6 of them. So
Right.
I made some good positions, but made a mistake into complex, which dropped me back, and then because of where it happened, Fee got the run on me, so I let it go, and then we had a bit of a battle for the rest of the race, and I tried into turn 3. The original 4 times I tried and couldn't get past, but the original attempt was a mistake, and it was avoidance. She broke just before me, and I hit the brakes and thought I'm going to hit the race. I had to come off the brakes, avoid, and then heavy on the brakes again. After that, it was like, right. So about 4 laps in a row, it was up the inside but couldn't hold it, and she just got back past me on the next left-hander. But then eventually I got her, and she ran out of fuel.
Oh, you're joking. I did wonder
Yeah,
why she went from something like 24th or 25th to 30th in the lap. But I thought, stay quiet, Pete. Don't make yourself look like an idiot. More of an idiot. All right. So in the second race, you we saw you doing sensible stuff and like letting the people lapping you go by keeping off the racing line, or rather staying on it at certain points when it's sensible to do so.
Yeah.
But you had a bit of a rough ride in the second race as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it was
Did you get
10-1 on.
Did you get a pit lane penalty or not?
No. Basically, lap 1, I had a cracking start again, and I was up with Jamie Jeffrey on me outside, and I think it was Sam Blaze or someone on the inside, and the 3 wide. And full first lap was brilliant racing, and then I got caught off Jason. He went for a gap that obviously closed on the last corner,
right?
Which put me off, and I lucky to keep hold of it. He apologised for it. It was a complete accident. But then Dan Lewis come hurtling up the inside. There was me and Darryl. Had been pushed off, and we'd come back on, and there was still 5 cars. He come hurtling up the inside and lost it into turn 1, and unfortunately collected me.
Right, okay.
By the time we got towed back to the pits and out, we were 2 laps down.
Yeah.
So it was losing battle then, so it was just fuel saving and try and keep out the way.
Well, hopefully next time out at Magny-Cours in a endurance race with multiple pit stops and a change in the fuel limit, maybe you'll seek better fortunes. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, just everyone in general, as usual. It wouldn't happen if the guys didn't race, and obviously any of the incidents, none of them are intentional really. So it's just racing. So. But yeah, yourselves for putting it on, and everyone for watching and supporting it.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we will see you at Magny-Cours. It's always a pleasure having you in the booth and listening to how your race has gone and how you're improving over the course of time. It's really good, actually. Chris Dixon, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Night. Matey.
Night.
Right, and then last but never least is Fiona Siddons. Good evening.
Good evening.
One third of the work guard by result team. We've already heard about one of the other thirds, and Andy Littler is busy trying to figure himself a transportable rig. Tonight was a bit of a rough.
Ended up in the cabin.
I know. He said something before on the chat. He said he was having a play with his new Quest 3, and part of his rebuild for his travelling rig. So I think there's something coming from Mr. Littler. He's got away with not doing a night race tonight, even though I thought we were not going to have a night race tonight, because I thought I'd set it for 1:20 in the afternoon, but I clearly had not, had I, Fee?
It was brilliant. I'm pleased you made a mess of it.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for that.
I enjoy driving in the dark, even in the real world.
Yeah, I do too. What is that about? You know, I find it so much better than driving during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's much less nerve-wracking. You can't see
Yeah.
the crash.
Well, yeah, you know, if you can't see it, it's not there, right? But yeah, in the first race, you had a bit of a nightmare, and ended up 30th. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, I was having good battle with Chris. We lap after lap, we was side by side through corners, and then on the last lap for the leaders, I had to slow down, let the leaders through, because the bang water had run out.
Oh, sorry, Chris did mention that you ran out of fuel. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, very
Yeah.
sad indeed.
It was surprising. I was literally crawling down the back straight, and the leaders didn't seem to catch me. I said, "Come on, quick! I'm running out."
So you're trying to shed a lap in order to get round. Okay.
Yeah.
And then in the second race, much better fare. You finished 26th, up 4 places from your start, ahead of Chris. Always a good scalp to take. And not that far behind Darrell, really. It was a much more exciting affair, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. There's some good battles in that race as well. I was in front of Darrell, and Darrell said he wanted to caught me, but when the leaders was coming through into the corner onto Hanger Straight, I braked at my braking point. The leaders got caught out with my braking point and tapped the rear of my car and pushed me into the wall.
Oh, I missed that completely. Right, okay.
I was driving the last 2-3 laps with steering left hand down.
Oh dear, right, okay. Yeah, unfortunate when that sort of thing happens. I've had it happen to me because
he apologised. Yeah, he apologised to me straight away. I said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "I don't get stressed at having a crash. It's part of racing. You just have to accept it."
Well, that's a good attitude to have. There's a lot of people that get very upset by that, but to be so pragmatic is almost a rarity, to be honest. But it is something that we appreciate in our leagues, and it's something that's kind of integral to our leagues these days, which is nice. And you're absolutely part of that. We go to Magny-Cours next week for an endurance race. How'd you go at Magny-Cours?
I don't.
Oh, excellent! Excellent. Good start.
I don't. I'm at Sheffield. We're playing Dynamo Paradouspy in Champions Hockey League. We need 1 point to get through to the last 16 knockout stage.
Oh, okay. So the drum is been retaught, has it?
It has, yeah.
Excellent for maximum sound. Right. Okay.
I think there might be 3 weeks in a row where we've got hockey games on a Wednesday, so I won't be here.
Oh my God! I can't believe you're prioritising hockey over this.
It won't be long before I'm having a 12-week break.
Oh.
I went to Brighton yesterday to the Nuffield Hospital to see the surgeon to get put on the waiting list for my surgery.
Oh, okay.
So, and he said, I said to her, as long as it's not hockey season. He said, "When's hockey season finish?" I said, "April." He said, "Do you want to wait that long for your surgery?" I said, "No, go on, book it in."
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, you got to get these things done.
But I said to her, I said, "I know I can't drive for 12 weeks. I said, part of that is for road safety, obviously, because I've had an operation. I said, I've got a sim rig, I do iRacing. Can I use that?" "No."
Oh, really?
For 12 weeks, I won't be allowed to race.
Oh dear. Well, it's for all the right reasons, and we'll sweat it out and wait for you to return.
I might jump in and sit in the commentary box with you for
that'd be good. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. That'd be good fun, wouldn't it, Alan?
Yeah. It'll give me something to do on a Wednesday while I'm recovering.
Yeah, too right. Why not? You can join Alan and I in our inebriation.
Well, I'm thinking I could get a holiday.
Oh, we could do. Holiday. What's one of those? What's a holiday?
Yeah.
How do you spell that, Alan? How do you spell
Go to
holiday?
Mallorca.
Oh,
I
oh
could.
my God, really? Mallorca, that's a long way. Anybody you want to shout out to, Fee, before we let you go and start practicing your drumming?
Yeah, you and Alan for putting on a good stream as always. Everybody in the background who makes all this happen and gives us a chance to race these virtual cars, and everybody who takes the time to sit and watch us.
Excellent stuff. In that case, good luck to Sheffield in the drum banging and the plexiglass smashing, and we will look forward to seeing you probably the week after next. Fiona Sinders, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome stuff. Right, let's wrap this up good and quick. And my driver of the meeting is going to be. Well, I could have gone for Samblies because he was the most reliable driver. I could have gone for in a point scoring situation. I could have gone for Casper, who I think was exceptional tonight. I could have gone for where is he? Where's he gone? Oh, maybe not then. I don't know. Martin Shirley, because he was brilliant in both races and finished well. But I think I'm going to have to go with Casper because his attitude tonight, as it always is very, very positive. He rocked up riddled with Guatemalan bog fever or whatever the hell it was that he had last time. And still raced and still did reasonably well, to be honest. He's bossed it tonight and finished top of his class in 2 races. My vote tonight goes for Casper.
Yes. There's lots of people you could mention, isn't there? I mean,
There is.
There's quite a lot. I think Tony did really well. JB did really well. David Ayres. People were having a heck of a time out there tonight, but who struck my eye was Martin.
Martin, nice.
In both races, in fact.
Yeah. Well, he was definitely one of my potentials.
Did really well. I mean, obviously Casper was, and Naveed did great as well. He did to do that flag to flag. That was pretty, because that's not easy tonight. It's a tough old drive, and he did well. But yeah, Martin, I think, drove really well. It was way up there, flying that green flag.
He was.
And well done to him.
Yeah, well said, and great. A well spent vote, that one. He's done a very, very good job of representing RD Simsport, last season's team champions. But tonight the headlines definitely go to 2 people. One is Naveed Hussain for winning that flag to flag in the Audi at the in the feature race, and the second one goes to Stefan, who abandoned the Audi after so many seasons and is now seen in a Veloster. Not that you can see it because Pete set the timing wrong for the race. But we're going to skip straight over that. We're going to look
know it's under there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's a black livery. Don't worry.
I'm loving those numbers. Being able to see
Yeah.
the numbers in the cars is very nice. It's
It is,
exciting.
isn't it? It's good, isn't it?
Because that's all you can see is the mystery number look.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
So we're going to wrap this up now.
Yes, and well done to Steph for doing that.
Yeah, it's a
Because,
big jump, isn't it?
Stepping outside his box of comfort and
Absolutely.
yeah, it's good to try something new.
Too right.
I hope he enjoys his time.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully you'll stick with us, folks, and join us for next week's race at Magnicure, which is going to be an endurance race. Stay safe, everybody. Thanks to all the drivers. Thanks to all the viewers. Thanks definitely to Alan for joining me in the booth and keeping me straight and making it the professional performance that it turned out to be, despite my best efforts. And I will see you all next week. Over to you, Alan.
Oh, he just God, doesn't he? Honestly, like professional. I love it. So, yes, another night, and in the dark. We weren't expecting that, and all very exciting. But I'll tell you what, I love endurance racing. It's my favourite, and Next week is a real treat for somebody like me, and I'm looking forward to that. It's not an easy track to do a lot of laps on. These guys are going to have to work hard and concentrate, and it's going to be great. See you all there next week. Night, night. Big cord!